Oh, this camera's crazy.
Hello?
A little back the other way. Hey!
Are you good?
Perfect.
Hello, everybody on the internet. Welcome to Please Don't Kill Us! The only, as far as we know, actual play tabletop role-playing game show on the internet. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Oh my God.
Welcome. Huge for us. Pressure's on. Hey, welcome to Tiniest Team. We've reached peak tiny.
VP of social media and drinks, and VP of the whole game.
Sipping those drinks. Hey, so glad you're with us. Welcome. This is our 6th campaign, Horror on the Orient Express, a Call of Cthulhu adventure. We're going all the way across 1920s Europe with a pack of thick as thieves adventurers who have grown very close to one another.
Good luck separating us.
Really hard to imagine a world where they're not friends or not hanging out all the time.
Should we address what's going on?
Yeah, maybe so. Macy, what's going on right now?
So Jack and Carson are still out of office. Jordan is in London with Henry for his birthday. Plug for seeing... What, is that wrong?
No, yeah, I think you're right.
For Couples D&D, where Jordan and Henry play.
Jordan and Henry, happy birthday, Henry.
And Isabel got on the wrong train. We're from New York.
Absolutely
so
on
Isabel
blast.
is coming down from Queens right now to get here.
Incredible. She got on the end.
Oh my
She thought
God.
it was a cue.
Ben
Classic.
said, y'all had me thinking mom and dad were back, LOL, because sound and video were looking so fab.
Oh my God. First of all, how dare you? And second of all, thank you. I feel many things at once. That's so funny.
No, that's huge.
Wow,
We're
hey,
going up.
that's incredible. I guess maybe there was sound during the intro, during the starting soon.
That's
We
already an
love
improvement,
to know
yeah.
that. Isabel's probably like 6 to 8 minutes out, and that's totally cool. Because last time we ended on a cliffhanger that had to do with June specifically.
Too true.
But in terms of announcements, you got your classics, you know? Check out our Discord. We have a Discord with a beautiful group of people on it. Fun conversations happening out there. Thank you to all the killers out there on the Discord who can join. Different discussion channels and different things. Big thank you to our patrons. Huge thank you.
Y'all, for real. We got a new patron this week. I'm pretty sure, I hope I'm not talking out in my $, $.
They're like,
I'm almost completely certain that Yoel is a new patron.
Oh my God.
Supporter this week, so love ya.
Big love, thanks, y'all.
Or I just like opened an old email yesterday. I don't know.
I've been a patron for months and months.
We're new pilots.
So funny. I'm honestly not sure.
But we love the patrons.
Big
Y'all
thank
are
you
the
anyway,
reason
either
that
way.
we're able to literally do this show at this point. We love y'all so much. If you're not a patron, go check it out. You get access to the module that we're working on, that Carson and the story team are working on from our Eberron campaign, access to little Patreon private sessions that we do, which is an announcement that will probably be 2 weeks from now that we'll do our next Patreon private. Yeah, next week is the first week of June, but we have a lot of people traveling, so probably the week after that we'll do our next Patreon private stream. We'll probably do some video game kind of stuff, maybe talk what we think's going on in the Orient Express. And we'll also draw for a new mini of the month at the beginning of June, which if you're a patron, you get to be entered into the lottery to get a little mini. So we love you.
Thanks, Macy. You killed that. Incredible. Don't worry, everyone. Our friends are going to be back not too long from now. They haven't left us forever.
Next week you tune in and it's just nobody.
It's just you, actually. It's just you on that side of the table. I'm inches from quitting. No, they're going to be back. It's just a matter of circumstances. Some fun stuff. But
Bert said, "Wait, this isn't the Orient Express."
You bet your butter it is. It's an Orient Express of 2.
Instead of on
That's
the
so
Orient
funny. And I'm trying to think of any other announcements besides the fact that, hey, if you're new here watching, welcome. This is a special TTRPG stream, and it's special for several reasons, but one of the biggest of which is that you, the audience, gets to help decide our fates by voting in the YouTube chat. What's the deal? Deciding the fates, oftentimes in a rather grisly fashion, like the end of last episode, which decided between June and Vera who was going to have some grubby undead hands plunge into her eye socket.
It can't be good.
And you guys chose June. But if you're new here, then we're going to try a little intro crossroads, which originally was going to be deciding between something that Isabel would do or what Macy would do. Macy has been volunteered as tribute, though, so we're just going to go straight to a little thing that we're going to do, and you can keep me honest here. Every half hour during tonight's stream, we'll cut to a little recommendation corner that's going to be either to Macy or to Isabel, and we'll either be going
it, by the way, because Little Miss is late. Like, we need to bounce back and forth.
No, for sure. We're going to bounce back and forth.
Her Rex, too.
The Isabel's Book Nook is going to be one of those recommendation panels, and the other is Macy's Game Frame, which is going to be video game, board game, whatever you feel in terms of game to recommend. Whoa. So we'll start with a little crossroads here. To begin, Macy.
Crossroads.
Recommend us one cozy game, vote cozy, or 2 action game, vote action. If you're out there and you're are you praying? Are you praying for one of those?
Please tell me which ones to say. I can't mess this up, it's just me.
Can't fuck that up. If you're out there and you're looking to play a game, but you want a cozy game or an action game, Macy has the answers for you.
I have the
she had. Do you have the answer for both of them?
Yeah.
It's looking a very particular way.
I know. And
is that the way you wanted?
That's the one I have.
Okay,
so
that's good.
I feel
that's
good.
Good.
That. Yeah.
That's good.
Action game is hard. Like, I have a lot of my favorite games are action games.
Really?
Yes. Which I'll give a spoiler because it's not going to be my official
Yeah,
deck.
right. I'm trying to think.
Well, I guess I don't really know what action game means, but Last of Us, my big ones right now are Last of Us, of course, Fallout, BioShock.
I gotta play BioShock.
Far Cry. Like, I
love that this is ending up with us getting recommendations for all of the above. And that's totally cool. That's totally cool. I love all those recommendations. But because you've chosen cozy game, we're going to put 1 minute on the timer, and you can pitch us on
really excited about
a cozy game. All right, 60 seconds starts now.
I feel better about giving you one recommendation on cozy. I didn't change the frame.
Totally.
I feel better about giving you one recommendation on cozy. Action would have been impossible to choose. My cozy recommendation is Spiritfarer.
Yes.
It is a management game where you can play single player or co-op as a cute little farmer with a hat. And she is on this ship that is out to sea, and you build the ship as you go, and you bring on these spirits. And you care for them. You give them what they need by growing crops and cooking things and going fishing and going to islands to take them on their little quests. It's so cozy. The music is amazing. The colors are amazing. It talks about some really beautiful and sad and
15 seconds.
Amazing. It really grief. It is about grief and loss and death and joy and cherishing, and I love it so much. And Isabel and Eric recommended it to me, so it's all in the fan.
Wow, that's 1 second. That's 0 seconds.
Woo!
That's our 60 second. I went 1000% second.
Cosign?
Yeah, cosign Spiritfarer is so gorgeous. In fact, we need to get back into it. I don't think that Isabel finished it. I think Isabel played Beyond, because I was playing the cat. So you can play co-op, where
I've never played a co-op.
One of you is the cat. The cat can't do as much as the person, but it's fun. The cat can meow.
Purr.
The cat can jump around in a very cute way. But it's still really satisfying to play as a co-op game. It is really light, but also will make you cry.
I was sobbing at parts of it, but it also I like management games, but not if they're really stressful. And this one is not stressful at all.
Yeah.
It's very If you leave something in the oven too long, that's
It's all
fine.
good. Everything's
It's
gonna be
fine.
okay.
That'll
God,
just
that's so
burn.
true. It does not have that kind of like pressure on
Yeah.
it. I think it's like the opposite sort of crying game to like Last of Us.
Yeah, completely. What system is it on? I played it on PlayStation, and you
I played it
probably
on-
played it on Switch.
I think actually PlayStation, but I do think
Okay.
it's on
I
everything.
kinda think it's everywhere.
I think
yeah.
it's not gonna be.
It's everywhere.
It's not working your graphics card too hard.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
say.
yeah.
I think it's probably everywhere. Check it
Yeah.
out. It's so good. And
Wreck. Mackenzie said, "Ooh, let's drop our cozy Rex in the Discord too, so I can remember look back on this
Please.
later." Totally.
always looking for cozy Rex. We're excited about. There's gonna be a new Lord of the Rings like farming sim, like Animal Crossing sort of thing. That's like all just in the Shire. That's coming out.
Is it going to be
later
like?
this year? I think.
You know what? I'm. Like,
I don't know. I'll
Totally.
tell
I'm
you
like-
the
I'm like,
answer
I
to whatever
actually know
question
you
you're
don't
saying.
know.
I don't know. I've seen like a flavor trailer, and that's about
It's like,
it.
I
And it
get
looks
it.
like, but it's with Weta Workshop, the workshop that worked on the movies. So it's gonna use like all of those visuals and aesthetics,
Sick.
which is
I'll go ahead
wonderful.
and address the elephant in the room, other than the one we addressed before. Last week we said that Saint Germain spritz were the new drink of the summer.
Yeah. What are we
But there's
doing?
also nothing wrong with the classic.
Oh, that's not to say.
That's not
that we're
to
pitching
say
ourselves
we
against the Aperol
Have an
Spritz.
Aperol spritz.
We love an Aperol Spritz. We have nothing
Cheers.
against it. Cheers.
Cheers to the big two.
Hey, this ain't no tiny team. We've reached the big two. And while we think about what that means, I think we're ready, perhaps, ready in quotation marks, to dive into tonight's episode of Please Don't Kill Us.
Did that pause for you guys too?
Are we okay? Is everyone okay? Let us know if
It's looking.
we're on the internet.
Lisa said sure did.
Just a silent intro that
Hey.
freezes midway through and then goes back to us. Anyway,
We got tired of the intro.
yeah, we were done with it. We said we're ready for the episode.
Okay, but can you see us now? Do we sound okay? Do we look okay? Hey, Miguel.
Hey!
We saw your message today. I know you sent it a while ago.
Oh my God.
It was so kind.
Big hi to you guys.
Thank you so much.
Um,
Does everything look and sound okay?
a modded intro where it's just you two. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. Okay, I think you guys can hear us now. Let us know if you can't.
Yeah.
Everything is all good now? Amazing. With that, I think we'll recap what happened last time. Where did we leave off last time? We left off last time after Bert and Vera, our resident Brits, faced off the Baba Yaga and escaped with their lives, incredibly. Not only escaping with their lives, but also escaping with the fifth piece of the Sedefkar Simulacrum, a statue of a human body that is divided into 2 arms, 2 legs, a torso, and a head. The parts that you have acquired now are 2 arms, 2 legs, and a torso. As you traveled from Belgrade on across the kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes, once again aboard the Orient Express, enjoying the luxury for a little bit, meeting Agatha Christie on board, in fact, before having a rather eventful lunch where you met this man, Dr. Jordanov, this Serbian archaeologist who seemed to be studying various documents, photos, translating Latin, all these things from this recent tomb excavation, the Crusaders' tomb, which you know that Faye and Clayton went off to Bulgaria to go to the auction of those items. You asked Dr. Jordanov questions, yes.
Isabel's here.
Isabel's here. I'll continue the recap for the audience.
That's right, yeah.
The party met Dr. Jordanov. Hey guys, met Dr. Jordanov and asked him about his research, finding that he had been researching different pieces of this thing called a simulator and this figure called Sedefkar. With their interest piqued, they asked him more, and he describes these papers describing a sort of statue figure. Incredible. A statue figure that matched Dr. Jordanov's recollections of a former student's finding.
Right.
Dr. Jordanov had a student who found a piece, this artifact that he called the Jujeta idol, this skull, this head, that he, this student, the scholar Ivo Penev, had deduced for himself that it had belonged to an ancient civilization of dwarves called the Jujeta people. He had written a whole paper on it. He had written a monograph on it, a small book on it, and he had submitted it to the Archaeological Society in Bulgaria for review, hoping to get published. He seemed obsessed, astounded by what he had found, and it was completely rejected.
Hey.
Isabel's here! Yay!
Yay! Where's that spritz? One has to wonder.
You know, you don't have one right now.
Have some spritz.
Thanks, Eric. Someone in the chat said a spritz was waiting for me.
Oh, no.
So I got, it was like going and I was like, ah!
In a way,
Anyway,
there is.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Cheers.
Cheers. On the Orient Express, met Dr. Jordanov. Just throw you in.
Yeah, totally.
Totally.
Guys, New York is hard sometimes.
New York is difficult sometimes.
But not as
New York's hard.
difficult
Life's
as
hard,
the
first
Orient
of all.
Express.
Yeah.
So,
On the Orient Express, met Dr. Jordanov, who talked about reading this monograph of a student of his about this artifact. His student was laughed out of the academic community, laughed away. It was believed to be a hoax completely, and he left in disgrace and emigrated to Canada. And
wait, I'm sorry. Can you just like...
totally. Absolutely. 1000%.
I'm gonna make you a spritz.
On the
Just like, where and what?
on the Orient Express, going from Belgrade, you have 5 pieces of the Sedefkar Simulacrum.
Yeah.
And you're heading to Bulgaria.
Uh-huh.
Follow it that far. On the train ride on the Orient Express, you all met Agatha Christie and continued on along. Or rather, June and Vera had lunch then with a man who's an archaeologist and who is translating documents and looking at photos and different things from the Crusaders' tomb excavation, which is the very same thing that Faye and Clayton went off to go to an auction of its items.
He's conducting research about it.
He's conducting research on it and translating. You saw in his notes the words Sedefkar and simulator. And so June and Vera sat down and sat with him and convinced him to, convinced him to relay his findings, to talk about it.
Yeah.
June pretending to be a budding archaeologist herself.
Classic.
And incredible. Wow, that was so fast.
She's a pro. She knows how to spritz.
Dr. Jordanov talked about these writings about this like statue sort of figure of a person and how it seemed similar to writings by an old student of his. The old student had found a sculpture of a head and had written about it, believing it to belong to an ancient civilization predating humanity.
Well, that happens to be exactly what we need.
That is exactly what we're after.
This was some years ago now, maybe 12 or 13 years ago now. He was laughed out of the academic community. He emigrated to Canada. He's left the area. And Dr. Jordanov says that he has a copy of this monograph that his student wrote about this thing. And he said that you are welcome to his house to view the monograph.
We'd love that.
While you were at lunch, there was a waiter. It was not really a waiter, as it turns out, as he seemed to be overhearing the conversation. He had a notepad. He wasn't taking people's orders. And when the maitre d' went over to look at his notepad, he slashed him across the hand with a knife and made a break for it, sprinting through the train as all of you got out and sprinted after him, chasing him through the train. At one point along this chase through the train, he opened an emergency exit and took his satchel and flung it out of the train.
And we're worried.
We're worried
gone.
about that.
Yeah.
It was flung out.
Heard.
And he continued running towards the back of the train. You followed him. Susanna at one point getting out, body checking him. Bert,
Nice.
Bert getting out also and trying to help apprehend him. As he continued on to the foreground, the back of the train, seemed to be trying to get the momentum to jump out the back of it. But he was unsuccessful as you all caught up to him, knocking him down, June grappling him, bringing him down, slamming him to the ground, and Lady Vera arriving with her shotgun and
Classic.
Murdering the man.
Blew his ass up, for real.
Blew his ass up.
The man who threw the satchel.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you guys freezing or is it?
No.
No.
You good?
No.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Let us know. If
Okay, yeah,
There's a blanket outside the door.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yoel's blanket.
Yoel's blanket?
Thanks, Yoel.
Thank you, Yoel. As a similar situation as before, the authorities came, you were comforted. One of the conductors promised to vouch for you as you had performed heroic deeds. And when you ended this train journey, you pulled into the station in Sofia, Bulgaria, the capital of Bulgaria. Arriving here, all the witnesses, including yourselves, were questioned by some police officers here in Bulgaria, including one Major Lilia Kristova, who seemed to know something of the sort of details that you described. You found the corpse of a waiter with their hand cut off, hidden in the back of the train. The major got all the details from you, the conductor of the train helping you, until the major let you go. But not before describing, at your insistence, sort of what she has been encountering in the city and in Bulgaria. And you found that these are tumultuous times. There's a lot of turbulence, political turbulence,
Is that anywhere
violence.
good?
No.
And
Then and now.
she described this group, this being a group of people who have perpetrated crimes like these, and she calls them the Butchers.
Oh.
Upon leaving this questioning, Dr. Jordanov was there, shaken up for sure, but he once again invited you to his house in the morning to come and see what help he could be with your archaeological research.
He has a copy of the thing at his house.
He said that he has a copy of the
research.
monograph, the research about this Zhuzheta idol. He, in fact, lent you the use of his car for the evening, just for your ease of travel through the city.
Did we give him our real names? Like, he thinks you're an archaeologist, but like, are we?
No, we gave him our real names, but we were just a little vague about why we're so curious. Like we said, we were Yeah, we just like love archaeology stuff. And
Yeah, we just
love archaeology stuff.
archaeology stuff. We've been saying that this whole time.
Me and Vera, we just love this
Love
stuff.
it.
Can't get enough. Yeah.
Dr. Jordanov gave you the car for the night with the promise that you would bring it back to his house in the morning. Gave you the address and everything. You drove through the streets. You dropped him off at his house, and you found a hotel for the night.
Cool. Nice one?
Yes, the nicest, the Hotel de la Bulgaria.
Of course.
This being accommodations that you were put up in by the Compagnie Internationale de Wagonlit because of your troubles on the Orient Express. They're paying your way here. They've given you a full week's stay in the finest suites at this hotel, top
I was
floor.
asking for like a whole block of rooms.
Yes, 1000%.
Did you guys check a day off last time?
I believe so.
I think so. I think that Jordan was doing that.
I am pretty sure.
We're close to your day.
Thank God.
And you all, June and Vera stayed up for a little bit, talking, discussing, having conversation before, over Slivovitz, over Saint Germain spritzes, until exhaustion took over and you turned in for the night, each going to your separate rooms. Susanna sharing a room with you, and you slept for a little while. As Bert, I'm gonna have you make a listen check.
Okay. I heard the music. And that's a 1 to start off the evening.
Let's go.
That's a
Let's
1.
go. Bumpy start, but guess what? We're on
But
top
we're
of our
here.
game. By the way, it's ladies' night. So
By the way,
like,
it's ladies' night.
By the
we're
way-
gonna be on top of
Cheers.
our
Cheers.
shit. Yeah, cheers to ladies.
It's ladies'
Cheers
night.
to ladies'
Yeah.
night, everyone.
Ladies drink for free tonight.
Ladies drink for free.
Woo!
Oh man, that's good stuff. Bert,
Got an extra pencil? Anyone?
I think I do.
Thanks. Okay, I killed that. And if you've got one in there, that's great, because I think this one's out of lead.
Okay.
Whoa.
Here you go. Oh, you got one. Nice.
Thanks.
Incredible.
Okay.
Bert, you got an extreme success.
You bet.
You got a critical success on this. You've been tossing and turning in the night, and as your thoughts are racing, it feels like you never really reach a place of deep sleep. It feels like you're not getting much rest tonight, and that strikes you as something to be stressed about, as you require all your wits about you. In the daytime, on this journey, you require all the strength you can muster, all the endurance, all the mental fortitude, and though it is frightening you that you're not going to get enough sleep, that you're going to be drowsy tomorrow, that you're going to miss something, what you don't know is that that is a stroke of incredible luck, as you feel before you even realize that your eyes go open and you're looking at the ceiling. And you're looking at the ceiling and you know that you're not alone in this room.
But I'm awake.
You realize all of a sudden your thoughts slow and go quiet. You are fully awake, and you are just hearing the sounds of it.
So I'm in my room alone.
Yes.
Hate that. Yeah, I kind of slowly get out of bed. Do I have like I just turn the light on in the room?
Looking over, there is a small lantern to the sides on your nightstand, so you would be able to
Yeah.
hit and strike it, and it glows, and there's a dial on it that you're able to let in more gas and light it up.
Yeah, I light it up and I say, Hello?
Gotta make a spot hidden check with a bonus die.
Success. Regular success.
Regular success. Cool. Great. As you are flicking on this lantern, lighting it up, the different furniture in here, there's an armoire, there's the sort of ornamentation at the end of your beds, there's a standing bookcase. In the lantern light, they cast long, dark shadows across the room. You see the shadows sort of dance, the lantern light flickering in this room, the warm light. Outside it is snowing, and there's a cold light from out there, but here in this, you see just a myriad lattice work of shadows before you see movement. And you see at the foot of your bed, from underneath your covers as you've kind of hoisted yourself up, you see fingers come up over the foot of the bed. You see the knuckles pull.
I scream.
As you scream, in that very moment, as you scream, you hear a scream from down the hall that you recognize as Susanna's scream. As you see this hand emerge over the end of the bed, not connected to an arm, but rather severed at the wrist, as it springs out towards your face. And we are going to go now over to June and Susanna's room. Or in this moment, we're going to go to a crossroads.
Starting out creepy sauce.
Get where we are.
So the crossroads is, does the eye come out? Yes or no?
Does the eye come out?
That's what it sounded like, yeah.
Yeah.
Could be a good thing. Anything?
Right.
Are you looking for?
What you need?
A sweater.
Really? I'm blocked by this.
Are you sure?
Megan voted yes, said I need to know.
I mean, fair. I kind of need to know too. I mean, if this eye doesn't catch us now,
The hand.
or the hate, like,
How
well, if
did
the
it
eye
get
comes
here?
out-
Did it? I think it's like one of our eyes, probably mine.
What?
Does the eye come out? Last week we ended with a hand stabbing in my eyes. Does
Right.
the eye come out? Is kind of what I'm
Oh,
thinking.
your own eye.
You're imagining an eye wearing a top hat.
Well, there's a dismembered
out.
hand coming at me. I kind of was like, is there an
Right,
eye rolling on the floor? But it
Does
could be
the
your
eye come out to you? Oh my god.
It's ladies' night and the feeling's right.
June, you're aware of a couple of things at once. One is the sound of Susanna in bed next to you screaming at the top of her lungs. This bone rattling sounds of her screeching in horror. As the other thing that you're aware of is the smell of burned flesh. As this hand, its fingers that have been on your face, crawling like a spider. The fingers reach up. You feel them plunge into your left eye socket. And the next sensation that you're aware of is the blinding pain, the shock, as the hand plucks out your eyeball. You hear a snapping sound. you feel an explosion of pain.
Oh my god.
You immediately feel hot liquid coming down your face.
No!
And mechanically, a few things do happen.
I don't want to hear any more about the eye coming out of the face.
Luckily, you take only 3 points of damage.
Which is crazy, by the way. Like, thank God it's not, but it seems like it'd be way more.
Go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
He's like, well, I'll give you more.
Yeah.
2.
2. You lose 2 sanity
Yeah.
as your mind desperately tries to grapple around what happens to you. Where did it go? It's coming back, right? Your spot hidden skill and your track skill both lose 25 points.
My spot hidden is so good!
Well, hey, at least you're not going into a negative
but
situation.
like I've been like nay-naying on spot hidden.
You can no
from
longer
73 to 53. What was the second one? I'm sorry.
and track, spot hidden and track skills can't lose 25.
25.
25 each.
Chat, couldn't you just say 20?
I think he said 25.
And as much as you improve them between sessions, they can never go above 75 now.
Well, fair.
Subtract 10 points from your dexterity score.
Like, you didn't even do anything.
I didn't do a damn thing.
To deserve that.
As
Except maybe.
you feel hot, flashing pain in your eye socket. You feel the phantom feeling of where your eye was. And you feel this strange, horrifying, wrenching emptiness inside of there as you feel tears and blood come down your face. As you grasp for your face, the pain blinding your other eye in spurts and moments as you take deep, rasping breaths and open your eye. In the moments where you can see through your right eye, what you see is this hand now back sort of where your legs are on top of the covers, holding up this eye as it rolls it along the back of the hand towards the stump of a wrist, where you see skin grow out from the wrist around the eye and submerge it into the hand's body, if you can call it that.
It's like Pan's Labyrinthy.
A bit of that as it goes back down to spider position and begins to skitter away from you and Susanna, who has not stopped screaming as it skitters away.
Stomp on that motherfucker.
And with that, we're going to go to initiative order. As June, you have a moment here in initiative order where you can do what you wish.
I think it makes almost no sense, but my instinct would be like grab the eye back, like
Great.
that feeling you described of like, how do I get it back? I think I would lunge for the eye.
Try and make a grapple check.
But it just absorbed my eye.
It does seem to be almost encased in the flesh now at this point.
Holy shit.
If you're grabbing for it, it's going to make a dodge check. I'll show you what it gets.
Oh my god. Y'all hearing this?
Did they vote yes to that Crossroads? Or was it ultimately yes?
Background music is a bit too loud compared to your voice.
Good to know. Thank you. That's a failure on the dodge check.
Okay.
What
I
did
just
you
have
say?
to get a success on grapple?
You just have to get a regular success on grapple.
I was asking if their Crossroads
Brawl.
ended up voting yes or no for the eye.
Where's grapple? Why am I...
For does the eye come out? Yeah, they voted yeah. That's
Brawl.
why it came out. Fighting brawl. Yep.
That is a extreme success.
Extreme success.
Give me my fucking
No,
eye
that's yours.
back.
That's yours.
That's mine. I made that. Fuck.
Incredible.
You're
You
gonna rock an
snatch out in this moment as tears, blood streaming down your face. You feel the hot fluid coming out,
No, I
and through the
can't hear
pain,
anymore
you
about the
reach
hot
out
fluid.
and
Kind
you
of for
grab.
real.
Totally. As you reach out and you snatch at the hands, almost animal instinct at this point. Need your eye back. Snatch out and you grab it, and you feel it almost. Bones creaking against it. It seems not to feel pain, as you can see the fingers bending and cracking in ways that would cause distress to a person if the hand was attached to a body. As it's writhing in your hand, that's going to be your turn. As Susanna is going to roll a sanity check
Yeah.
on
This
her
poor
turn.
girl. Oh my god.
No, we're never gonna be the same. You know? Not after all this.
That's a success. She is going to lose 1 sanity, but maintain her composure. Seeing you as you are doing what you are trying to do in this moment, she not abandoning you to the madness of the situation, not abandoning you to cover for herself. She is going to reach for the hands and is going to try and snap some of the fingers and try and attack it. This.
Cut those guys off.
Like I don't know what to do with it.
That's a failure. So her unarmed strike is just at a 25. As she reaches for it and tries to grab the fingers and snap. I would say she gets a bonus die because it is grappled.
Yeah. So
That's a 23.
That's
It's a 23. That's a regular success.
That's my girl.
She is going to 1 point of damage as she's able to grab onto an index finger and snap it back. You hear a cracking of bone,
No, yeah,
and as you can see the hand
You gotta kill it.
grasp, writhing.
So it doesn't turn into a whole body. And keep collecting
So it doesn't
parts.
turn into another June,
With that, that's Susanna's turn as we
right?
sweep over to
It's
the
like a
scream
Frankenstein.
coming
stitch.
out from Bert's lungs as Bert, you have a hand that is flying towards you. Go ahead and make a dodge check.
Whoa! By the way, I also took a bullet to, like, a bullet that
Do I have a
narrowly
bonus die
missed.
because I'm up and alert and
So
ready?
the bonus die has given you the chance, seeing it has given you the chance to dodge this and not just automatically take this hit from surprise.
Okay, I'm gonna push it. I'm going to.
Can you push combat rolls?
Oh, no, you can't.
I don't think you can.
Okay, well,
Can you push
I
combat?
failed.
No, you can't.
Don't take my eye too.
It rolled a 67, has a 65 on fighting. It failed as well, as it flings towards you, and you have a moment of thinking, I should roll out of the way, but all you can do is put your hands up in front of your face at this hand that is flinging towards you, and it's just enough that it hits the back of your hands and falls for a moment in your lap as you are still seated in the bed, as it falls limp for a moment and then turns around and begins writhing once again. It is your turn now, Bert.
Okay, the fire. You know how I'm holding the lantern?
Yes.
I'm gonna try and break it over the hand, and kind of try and light it on. I have a. Didn't we have a lot of drinks last night? I'm assuming. So if there's any.
You turned in pretty quick, so the drinks might be out in the sort of common area
You don't think I
of the
could have
suite.
called for a nightcap?
Go ahead and make a
of
luck
alcohol?
check.
You know how we do that?
You know how Bert does that? This is a luck
It's
check for
always
sure.
calling for room service.
Oh my god, my luck is at 29 because I saved Vera's life.
Yeah, you did
My
use luck
luck's
to
really
literally
low,
save her
too.
life.
Wait, how many could I have rolled to last session for luck regaining? A D10, right?
Yes, I believe that you can roll a d10 to add.
I still failed.
Or no. I think that you have to roll or above your luck first with a d100. So you still have to make that check.
Okay, I'll do that later.
Okay.
But I failed, I think, regardless. about the luck. Okay, so I don't reach for any alcohol or anything. I just try and
Smash the lantern over this hand. Go ahead and make a fight brawl check. It's gonna make a dodge check. I'll show you what you need to get. That's a fail. You need a regular success.
so under a 25. Do I get a bonus die because of my ingenuity?
I don't think so. I'm so sorry.
Okay. I failed.
Failed? Okay. As you try to slam it down on it, it just gets out of the way, and you manage to pull it up, and it sort of dings your leg a little bit. You can sense a light bruise, but not too big of a harm on it. As you kind of boom into your leg, it goes to the other leg and is still up. I believe that is going to be your turn, Bert. As does someone have Lady Vera's sheet?
No, we'll find it.
Great. One moment.
Jordan's in the Isle of Wight.
Jordan's in the Isle of Wight.
Love to Jordy in the Isle of Wight.
Lady Vera, do you want it?
No, I would love for you guys to have it. I'm not going to describe what's happening in Lady Vera's room. All I want from you is to roll a dodge check.
Whoa.
Love you, Jordy.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's a failure.
Okay. As we go to the top of initiative order,
Unless you think, like, does it feel dangerous enough that Jordan would want to use luck?
I don't think you can use luck in
Fuck,
a combat.
I keep forgetting dodge is a combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Lady Vera's turn. As we go to the top, it is going to be. Give me one moment.
I don't want all of us to come out of here with one eye.
I'm thinking about like what I want to rock. I don't think it's eye patch. I think it's
Glass eye, Mad Eye Moody situation.
I think it's glass eye, but I don't think it's like one that matches my eye. I think I'm gonna go like all black or something. Alien eye.
Sick. That's cool.
Or like a really, really light blue.
Maybe Clayton.
Where are we gonna get that in 1920?
Well, I was just gonna say Clayton.
Ford?
Well, you might just have to like put a marble in there or something. It might not be like a great fit.
I'm not playing marble.
Maybe Clayton can make you something when he's back, like he did for his.
Priority 1 is gonna be healing, of course.
But then
What I was saying
eye.
before is that I also took a gunshot. My left eye's missing. I also took a gunshot that like narrowly missed the occipital nerves. Like Eric described it as like taking the skull away from like outside of my right eye. So
Junie.
June's busted.
Yeah, you're pretty busted. Lady Vera's, everyone's busted. Everyone has a major wound except me.
Careful.
Good to know. With this, the hand that is that you're grappling is going to try to escape. Your grappler is going to make a dexterity roll and against your fighting brawl. So first, I'm going to see what kind of level of success it gets on dexterity to escape this, and you'll have to roll against that. It has a 95 in dexterity.
It has a 95?
What the?
Get 100.
That is a hard success.
So I have to get an extreme success?
I'm gonna say that you have to get a hard success in your brawl. That might be fucking up the rules, but
I do feel like that's how it is in the...
because it's trying to change the circumstances,
Yeah.
and you're trying to keep them the same. So I think
Yeah.
you just have to match it.
Okay. Oh my god.
Don't add us.
I'm one away from an extreme success, if it matters.
Extreme success.
I'll use a luck point, but I got a hard
don't
success.
think you can use luck points in combat.
Right. Okay.
How many times
So
do you
sorry.
have to tell us that?
Incredible.
Oh, Eric, that's what I'll do.
And every
No,
time
I
he
have to
says
think
it
about it
so
every time.
nice.
I'm like,
he's
wait, is that the case?
I think you can use luck points. He said
You're
to me,
always so nice.
I'm genuine. Every time I am like, wait, is it though?
Okay, well, I'm taking the hard success.
Hard
though.
success
Yay!
is Matt meets it, beats it. Incredible. That is going to be that one's turn as you feel it start to writhe. You can feel it sort of squirming in your hand, trying to break your grasp as you put another hand on it and just hold tight as you're going through pounding. Even feeling your heartbeat in your head, each pulse bringing a wave of excruciating pain as you're almost going blind with the pain, but holding on tight to it just in time to see out of the corner of your one eye another hand reach out, jumping across, and this one is going for Susanna.
Another hand?
Yep.
I did wonder like why there was one in both. Originally, I thought like my hand had scurried over to your room, but maybe this is a dream.
Right.
Maybe this is a dream.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe this is all a bad dream. Eric, it's not too late for this all to be a bad dream.
Okay.
What? What'd they say?
Lisa said, need y'all to destroy the hand and use it to give the bird to any future enemies.
Oh, absolutely.
That hand's coming with me if we kill it.
Susanna needs a 32 on this.
You got it, babe. Let's go, babe.
Let's go. Yes, that's a 10. That's a 10 and a
16.
16.
Yeah.
As it goes for her neck,
Yeah,
and
no,
she
she's tough.
ducks out of the way as the hand, flinging itself at an inhuman speed across the room, boom, hits the back of the bed and poof, goes down to the pillows and begins to scamper up towards Susanna, trying to crawl up her back to her neck. That is going to be its turn as Bert's. This thing, you have just tried to smash it with the lamp, but it is still in your lap, and it is going to go up your chest, and it is going to make an attack on you.
Oh my god.
It's a hard success. You need a hard success on dodge to avoid this.
You get under an 18.
This hand is rolling good as shit.
89.
Okay.
Great. Bert, you haven't stopped yelling out. Even just this gut instinct.
Yeah, where's the staff?
Gut instinct, crying out before this hand skitters up your chest to your neck, and you feel the sounds cut off as it wraps around your windpipe and clasps down.
Gross.
And someone have a D4 I could borrow. Thank you. That's 4.
Shit.
Bert, you take 4 points of damage as you hear a small cracking sound as it clasps around your neck, and it does not let go as it continues to squeeze.
Did I gain any hit points like last time? Do you know what I mean? Would I have?
1 hit point.
Me
too?
I need all I can get.
I think
sleeping?
that we did it for you guys.
We did it for
but
you too.
I'll allow it. 1 hit point for you.
Yay!
You guys have done some sleeping.
Me looking at you like,
I know, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that.
That's so funny.
okay, 4? Okay, so I'm down to 5.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a dodge roll for Vera.
My dodge is so bad, Eric.
For Vera.
Oh, for Vera? Okay. Well, I don't know about her. Actually, I do know about her. Hers is a 40. Which is... Wait. Oh, no, I had to get a hard success. Never mind. She has to get a normal success?
A normal success, yeah.
40, so she...
You don't know what success.
Okay, well, she got no success.
Okay.
Maybe you should start rolling for her.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I think when you're not here, you just have bad luck.
June, you are holding on to this hand that is writhing crazily in your grasp. As you're holding on to it, you look over and you can see this other hand skittering up towards Susanna's neck. It is your turn.
Seeing that there's another hand in the room, I want to try to do two things if you'll allow it. Like, I first of all still think that I don't think June's totally thinking clearly. I think she's like going after the eye in a weird way, like beyond.
Yeah, it's her eye.
Yeah. So I think that in that moment when they opposed grapple check, she's really like taking her fingers into the skin of it with one hand, and with the other hand is like plunging her fingers into
To try and remove the eye.
Simultaneously, if you'll allow it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm seeing there's multiple hands in this room, I'm trying to open the door and I'm screaming for help.
Great. We'll go. I would imagine your priority is the first thing, so we can do that first, and then we'll see if you're able to do the other.
Yes.
Either way.
I'd definitely be screaming for help.
Totally. You're able to do that, no matter what. Screaming. As you're screaming out, you're going to try and attack it, to scrape at it, to try and get that. Go ahead and make a brawl check.
That's a 7. That's an extreme success.
Go ahead and roll damage on that.
Work. Okay. Nice. I rolled perfect. It was
Holy
1d6
shit.
plus 1d4. I got, 1d3 plus 1d4. I got 3 and 4. Woo! 7.
7 points of damage.
Yes.
You tear at this thing. You feel the skin coming off underneath your fingernails as you plunge in, holding it tight. You feel the bones cracking underneath as you plunge your fingers in, and you feel this suction sound as you pop out the eyeball from the wrist of this thing and feel the hands crack backwards underneath you, and you feel it go limp in your hands.
Nice.
As the eyeball boom, boom, falls and rolls across the bed here.
That was necessary.
Yeah.
With that,
Get that
you're going
eyeball.
down, you're crying out, you're calling out.
Yeah.
It is going to be Susanna's turn. As this hand has gone flying at her, and she turns around, and she is going to grab the nearest thing. She's going to grab some of the books that she's been studying from Alberto's library off the nightstand. She's going to try and slam them down on this hand. And that is a fail. She rolled a 33. As she's trying to hitting it, the sound of her just madly trying to swat at this thing with heavy books as it's just skittering around. That's gonna be Susanna's turn as we go back over to Bert.
I don't want Susanna to get hurt.
I'm kind of worried I'm gonna die in here.
No,
Bert,
no.
you can feel the hands around your neck, and the grasp is getting tighter and tighter and tighter. You cannot make sound from your throat in this moment.
So, is it my turn? Or?
It is your turn.
Okay, I grab at the hand to try and pull it off my throat, while also digging my nails as deeply as I can into it.
Great. Go ahead and make that attack.
Brawl.
Are you trying to hurt it, or are you trying to get it off?
Kind of both. Is it allowed?
I think you would have to choose one or the other.
Then can I get it off?
Okay, this is going to be a strength roll, and it's going to be opposed. I'll let you know what success they get.
These hands have got to stop rolling so well.
I heard there's more of them.
That's a 94. That's a failure.
Okay, so I have to get lower than that.
You have to get a regular success
Okay, I have
on a strength.
I have a 50 with strength.
Okay, 50-50 shot.
Wait. No. That's not true. I have a 25. Why is Bert so weak?
He's an academic.
The silence.
He's a creative.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm saying a 90.
You clasp, trying to get underneath it, you pry it off your neck. You can feel the sound dying in your throat as you feel it tightening and tightening around your throat. As you do that, you're unsuccessful, clawing away at it. Bert, that's your turn. With that,
Not you, only anyone nice to me right now.
go ahead and make one more dodge roll for Vera.
For Vera,
Yeah.
you should roll at Mace.
38.
Success.
Okay. So you go up to the top. You have sunk your fingers into the hands. You have extracted the eyeball. It popped out onto the lap in front of you, rolling across the bed in front of you. It's on over the covers here as the hands in front of you goes limp, cracked back by your power. You snapped its bones and is now in your hands limp, and you look at it and you see behind it as the other hand skitters over to the eyeball now on top of the covers and is going to grab it and
Macy
roll
took
it
the
down.
eyeball.
They want my shit.
It's going to roll it down.
No, I don't think I did.
To get it?
Oh,
Well, no. When you said it skittered across the bed,
Here's what I'm saying. To go back to you getting out of there, to give you a shot at being able to, in that desperate sort of grabbing at it, to get it in your own hands. I'm going to say that you can do a brawl check to see if you successfully were able to hold on to the eyeball.
hard success.
You managed to get it out
A 19.
and hold it in your hand.
That is my
your
eyeball.
eyeball, not these guys.
Great. Holding onto this eyeball. This hand is going to try and pry open your hands by doing basically the same thing that you did to the other hands, digging its fingernails into your skin and just shredding against your knuckles.
This is
going
the
to make
hand
this
that
attack.
was attacking Susanna, though.
That's
This
correct.
isn't a new hand. Okay.
Why are they so obsessed with you?
It's a hard
They wanna be
success.
me. They want to be me.
That's a hard success.
So I have to get hard to not chain. Okay.
You get a hard.
It's an extreme
success as you
I'm rolling like
on.
crazy.
Whip
whip
right now.
yourself
One of us
away
is.
from it as it is digging. It's trying to into it, and you whip the hand away and fling it off as it kind of boom, boom, boom along the bed as it gets back into spider position and seems to turn back towards you undeterred, but you still have this viscous eyeball in your hands. With that, we're gonna go to a crossroads.
He's gonna die.
No, what are you at?
The crossroads is
5, and last time it did 4 damage to me, so
Crossroads is, does the hand let go of Bert? Yes or no?
Whoa.
this is it.
Whoa.
What?
Goo Master, hello, says, my brother, named Eric, is just so happening to be playing a game of Call of Cthulhu with his friends right now.
Hey,
Suspicious. Have you ever seen your brother and our Eric in the same room together?
That's
interesting. Have I ever seen Ryan or a Goo Master in a room at the same time? Perhaps. Worlds
What's it looking
collide.
We got yes, no. But it's looking good.
Ooh, doggy.
They're making up for the last one.
Goo
Where
Master
they pulled
catching
my
on
eye
to all the Erics.
Yeah, you guys pulled my eye out.
Great. Bert, in this moment, you start to see your vision sort of splotchy. You start to see sort of the stars, the sort of fairy lights of unconsciousness start to encroach on your vision, as you feel the lack of oxygen get into your system, as you feel the cracking of your neck, and you feel the fact that you're gonna pass out. And this thing is going to keep strangling you, and you're not gonna wake up. And in that moment, when you know that to be true, you feel it loosen. As you hear the sounds of June screaming from down the hallway. You hear that sound, and in the very same moment, the knuckles crack, it loosens, and it skitters off the bed and flings itself. No attacks of opportunity as you see it open corner of the door and go out the door as it is going to skitter out of view from you. You feel the unbelievably painful bruising beginning to form along your neck. You feel something snapped, something cracked. Something is incredibly painful around your neck, but you are alive. You are alive. And the hand is out of the room, and you don't know where it is now. I'm gonna skip Vera. This is not Vera's turn. We're gonna go to June. June, you have the eyeball stuff.
Yeah, I'm going for the door. Seeing that the other one is no longer going after Susanna and that it's going to continue to come after me, I'm screaming for help and trying to open the door.
Great.
Get into the hallway.
Amazing.
Who has the base case?
Susanna and I.
You go flinging the covers open and just getting out, looking back and seeing this ungodly sight of this hand turning towards you, just turning along the bed and continuing to skitter towards you as you get out of bed, run towards the door and fling it open, go out into the hallway, calling out for anyone. And as you fling open the door, go ahead and make a dodge check.
What?
He's really trying to kill us.
Hard success.
Yes, Macy.
Physical is that's my wheelhouse.
Yeah, no, not me.
Holding onto this eyeball in your hand as you fling open the door, calling out, you turn just in time to see yet another severed hands arrive fresh from Bert's room in the hallway and jump towards you. You manage to get your hand up just in time to swat it out of the way as it hits the carpeted floor of this hotel hallway, as it hits there and turns up and almost seems to turn to look towards you. As you can hear the other one in the back room still skittering towards you. June, anything else that you're doing on this turn?
Can I go for a stomp?
You can go for a stomp. Go for it. Go and make a brawl check.
Go for a stomp. Fail.
You even try to, and it just moves to the way, ungodly speed as it begins to run towards your leg, where your stomp has gone down and is trying to crawl up your leg. June, that is your turn, as Susanna is going to continue to try to hit this one that is still in the bedroom. That is a 71. That is a failure, as you can hear her still screaming, boom, 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 hitting the bed with the book, as you can hear the sound of finger, legs skittering across the floor towards you. You are now surrounded by two of these hands, as that is going to be Susanna's turn. Bert, do you feel this rattling, trying to catch your breath, trying to bring in some breath through your almost crushed windpipe? It is your turn, Bert.
Okay, I follow the hand out of the, has the hand left the room yet, or is it kind of on the way out?
The hand has left the room. Yeah.
Okay, I follow it.
Yeah, you go out in the hallway and you see that June is also out in the hallway, and the hand that was next to you is now about to crawl up her
Do
shin.
I see, where's Lady Vera's room?
Lady Vera's room, I would say, is behind you to the other direction.
Wait, there's another hand in her room?
There was the hand
You
in
came
Bert's
out
room.
in
Yeah.
The hand in Bert's
okay.
room is the one that attacked you in the hallway.
Okay.
My hand is on the loose. I lost control of it. I shoot at it.
Okay.
I take I have like a handgun, and I try to shoot at it.
Great. Go ahead and make a firearms check.
I can't use that.
Here's what I'm saying. You need to get a hard success on this.
Okay. Okay, I need to get a 12. It's 36.
It's a 36.
Hold on to those dice, though.
As you pull
Those
out,
are better.
12's tough.
as you pull out your revolver, points it in this mad insanity, this wash of adrenaline, this strange horror happening. You pull out your gun, having taken it from your bedside, pulling it out, and before even thinking, you BAM! Send off this shot, and you hear now screams from perhaps even down the stairs from different rooms.
Yeah,
as,
everyone get up!
gunshot has gone off. As you BAM! Send off this shot, it boom, blows a hole in the floor. You can see wood splintering out from underneath the rug, but it is not a successful shot.
Okay. Is Vera outside of her room? No.
No.
I scream for her. And can I just go
Screaming
and
out
see if
Vera's.
she's right there?
She's not outside her dorm. So you go over, I think, having left your room, gone all the way outside your room into the hallway, pulled off the shot, I think that's going to be it for this. You go and you make it right outside of Vera's dorm.
Okay.
As we're going to go to top of initiative order. As in this moment, June, I'm going to need you to make a dodge check.
Well, it's 100. Right? If it's all zeros, that's not zero.
That's not awesome.
That's a
Yeah.
critical fumble.
Oh,
That's a critical.
I guess that's another way to put it. Yeah.
100 is a critical fumble, and it's on that that you feel fingernails shred into your palm. You feel blood beginning to run down your palm as you feel the hands that was behind you leap like a jet into your hands and leverage its fingers and its fingernails, swiping and scratching at your hands, and the eyeball goes out of your hands and boom, 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 down to the floor. As in this moment, that was the hand that was attacking Susanna. That is its turn. It is now going to be the hand that was attacking Bert, which has joined you and is at your foot. As the eyeball rolls down to the grounds, that one is getting on top of that eyeball, getting on top of it like a strange covetous insect on top of it, sucking it in and rolling it down its palm to this bloody stump of a wrist, where it enters into the strange organic material in there, and you see before your eyes skin grow around it. And with that,
Making a June clone.
it's going to make a dexterity roll here. This dex is 95. It's a 12. You watch as this hand sucks in your eyeball. You see, what color are June's eyes?
Green.
You see this green eye looking back at you from this stump of a wrist before it gets back onto its finger legs, scampers back into your bedroom, jumps up onto the bed, and flings itself off the bed to the window, where it shatters through the glass and
We don't even get a chance.
disappears out the window. You see snow flying by as it disappears over the window's sill, disappearing over the edge. And that's going to be that hand's turn. Having let go of Bert, Having not
you.
killed Bert's.
Sorry, not you. The hand.
Cool. Making sure.
Fuck you.
Love you. I mean, to be fair, you're doing good as a DM. If we're like sincerely mad.
Having
Finally,
let
wanting to,
loose.
shatter my wine glass.
having let loose of Bert's neck, on the verge of strangling the life out of him, instead hearing the call, hearing the lack of success from the other room, going over, picking up where the fallen hands had left off, grabbing the eyeball and escaping out the window. That is its turn. With the shattering of glass, Bert, you hear through the door, muffled, similar sound on the other side of the door in Vera's room, and
A what sound?
a little bit of a glass shattering sound from behind Vera's door. As June,
Remind Vera's store?
behind Vera's door, you hear a bit of shattering glass, muffled. June,
Well, I think
there is one hand still at your feet, the one that scraped your hands, removing the eyeball from your grip.
I wonder if that means that hand
is at your
took
feet.
Vera's eye and made an escape as well.
Maybe. Stomp.
Stomp, go for it. It failed.
Extreme success.
Extreme.
Stomp.
Oh
Stomp.
my god. Extreme success.
Yes.
Give me one moment.
Step up. Stomp. Remember the Step Up movies? That's what I'm picturing.
Step up, stomp the streets.
Yes, exact. I knew there was
Max
stomp in
damage plus max damage bonus if you have a damage bonus.
Say it one more time.
You will inflict max damage plus max damage bonus. If you have a damage bonus, you might not.
I do have a damage bonus.
Incredible. Max it out, and
My
you don't
damage-
even have to roll.
Okay. That's 6. No. 11.
11
Nice.
Because
Points.
my damage is 1d3 plus damage bonus.
11
That's
points of
7
damage.
Plus.
These little hands have 5 hit points.
Yeah, get
How
out
do you
of here.
smash this hand?
Just fucking stomp.
Crush.
Like, with the heels.
Stomp in the streets.
Fucking stomp.
The heaviness of your heel just crashing down on it. It seems to almost burst at the seams as you can hear the crunch underfoot as its bones snap, fracture, its fingers go akimbo, and it lies limp.
Smear it a little bit with my
As you
heel.
dig your heel in and smear it down. In that moment, you can still hear screams and yells, people's voices speaking in Bulgarian from behind closed doors as you look back and you feel now this cold wind coming in through your window. Coming in through shattered glass as you look out and all you see is snow drifting down. As Bert, you knock at Vera's door. It is locked, as these hotel doors are. As you knock, you don't hear anything.
Vera, let me in. Nothing.
A moment passes. You hear the door unlocking. You hear open, and you see Vera, one hand to her neck, stumbling a bit, and you see what you imagine is probably also around your neck, this deep, grievous purple bruise around her neck. It seems almost just slightly misshapen, as she is pale.
Do you want me to mark her hit points?
Yeah, that'd be great. You can mark that she took 4 points of damage.
Who's playing Vera? I kind of just, just reach out and squeeze her arm and look around the room. Are any other hands in there? Look at the window.
You look and you see in the corner of the window that there is jagged pieces of glass, a small hole broken through, seemingly broken out.
She's got both eyes.
She's got both eyes.
Okay, then I say, come on.
She seems to struggle to speak. She goes with you. Staff are soon swarming up here. Police soon come to question you, bring you into a room. There's an English-speaking police member
bring those
in
hands.
the middle of the night that collects the hands that are broken, that are dismembered, that are limp. These things are collected and quickly taken away, seemingly brought to a station, brought out of your vicinity, out of your awareness. The police ask cursory questions, speaking in Bulgarian to each other, sort of having asides with each other, and then getting just the basic details of what happens. What do you tell them?
I think we tell them. I think what happened.
Yeah, totally. June is not doing good. June is like...
Yeah, I kind of take the lead on it, I think, since Vera's hurting to speak, and maybe I'm hurting a little bit, but not as much.
Yeah, I think in fact, as authorities arrive, an ambulance comes and you are escorted to the ambulance. And assuming that you go with, after a few questions from the police, some cursory questions, they seem to promise that there will be some follow-up, but unclear in terms of timeline, unclear in terms of what urgency will be taken. The hands are gone, and the ambulance takes you as all of you climb in, and you're taken to a hospital. In the middle of the night here, you're brought to a hospital, and it's just this sort of miasma of different voices around you speaking in Bulgarian, speaking in different languages. You don't understand what's happening. Is after the adrenaline dies down, all you're left with is the pain and the fading in and out of consciousness. Before long, you completely black out. And you wait outside as June is brought in and tended to at the hospital in emergency care. Hours pass where...
Can I also get some help here at the hospital?
Yeah, you were treated, you're brought into a room, and when a doctor is available, eventually they're brought in, you're given some pain ointments, you're sort of assessed and everything. And I'll go ahead and roll medicine checks just to see what you guys have. It's going to be an 80 medicine. This is going to be for June.
Nice. 50 something. Nice.
It's a regular success.
What you need?
Could I get that D4 again? You can vouch for me on that.
Is it a 1?
It's a 1 hit point.
It was a 4 damage. I thought, I'll give him that same one.
We're going to roll medicine check for Bert. 47, regular success.
1. Awesome.
Also 1 hit
This
point.
doctor is a bit
It's
ass.
not that good. What about Vera?
Doesn't seem particularly
Vera?
invested with all of you. Yeah, we'll go Vera. 73, regular success.
You said it was 90?
Of course.
Oh, 80.
It had to work out that way. Vera heals for 4 hit points.
She goes back to what she was at the
She
start
goes
of
back
course,
to
of
what she
course.
was at the start. They give her really good makeup for
She
her neck
pays
so
for
that the
something.
bruise isn't
A
even
different
visible
doctor.
anymore. Yeah, she pays. She's brought to a full other wing of the hospital, actually. You guys don't see her for hours. You're really concerned that something horrible happened to her, but eventually you find out there's like a luxury hotel suite in this
my
hotel. Normally used by like dukes and duchesses around. as she heals for 4 hit points. That's so perfect.
It's the way it was meant to be.
Healthcare, baby, as
The dice decide. The dice know.
the dice know.
The dice now. That girl.
As early morning comes, the sun just coming out, as you are dismissed from the hospital
So another
with
night passed.
some ointments.
Do we get another hit point for the sleeping?
I would say the medicine is what you get.
So we just got one. We could have just slept and it would have had the same effect.
More or less.
Cool.
You're left with a few sort of sample-sized jars of ointments and things, pain relievers. They treat your wounds so that it is not actively bleeding. You are given bandages for your eye. You are cleaned the wounds. It was immensely painful, but it would have been more so if your nervous system hadn't kicked in and dropped you unconscious for a lot of it. As you awaken recovering from pain medication. You're given some pain medication just to make it bearable, but not very heavy stuff. And you are also given an eye patch to use if you so wish. If you wish.
Say less.
I don't know which eye it's for. Is it for
It's my
either
left.
eye? It's your left eye.
I think they're universal.
It's universal.
Kind of serving universal.
Oh my
You're under no
God.
pressure to wear that. I imagine it
Shut
might not.
Ladies' night.
Ladies' night.
Ladies' night. All right. Well,
Ladies' night.
okay. Well.
Totally. As morning comes and you find yourselves back on the streets.
This is actually going to be more distracting for you guys than me.
No, I love it.
And I'm-
How does it feel?
I know.
It's like because my eye does work under it. It's like when I
Yeah.
open my eye, it's kind of.
Which
Actually, it's fine. You actually just have to like lock it in there and like, keep the eye closed.
Totally.
What's your dominant eye?
Probably my left one.
Are you left-handed?
No, I'm right-handed.
I don't know.
No, my right one. My right one for sure.
I think I'm right eye dominant.
Just
How do you
imagine.
tell again? You like hold
I
up
kind of
your
it's
thing?
just kind of like instinctually, if you were gonna shoot a gun, what would you do? That's not like scientific.
No, there is a way. I'm right eye dominant.
Yeah, I feel like you've taught me the way, but I forget what it is.
It has something to do with like it's something like
If you like look
close
at your
one
and,
eye,
and you
yeah.
close one eye, like it'll like stay what you were looking at. with
Right.
the eye that it's
I feel
supposed to-
confident that I'm right eye. As you
People
emerge,
sorry
People
to check
love
out your
ladies'
eye.
night. Yeah, you guys did this by the way, so
literally,
Hope you like it.
literally, as you emerge onto the
People
street,
love ladies'
Embroidered.
night. People love it.
feeling the deep exhaustion in your bones and reeling from
We could have not spent the night in the hospital.
horror,
just
the
slept.
violence,
I would have been the same with that fucking doctor.
dealing with your new situation physically, dealing with
God,
this
these doctors
just
in Belgrade.
slowly coming to
Remember
grapple.
the great doctor we found in like a rural city on the side of the road who like
Serbia.
healed everyone up nice?
they
Totally.
weren't touched by capitalism.
Yeah,
Like
they didn't have to work in this
Yeah.
medical system.
Dealing with this new physical reality as morning comes and the day stretches ahead of you. We're going to go to a crossroads, which is in this moment.
I told you, it's doing more distracting than you.
The crossroads is Isabel. Recommend us 1, steamy book, vote steamy, or 2, highfalutin book. If you didn't know, we're playing a little game where I said half an hour, but it's been more than half an hour. We're going back and forth where we have Macy's game frame, which is Macy recommending a video game or board game.
I recommended a cozy game. Guess what I recommended?
Guess what?
Guess.
Guess.
Unpacking?
No, but you recommended this game to me.
Oh, Spiritfarer.
Yep.
Totally.
You should try unpacking though. It's
You
so
should try
I
and
know.
pack
I
it.
actually.
It takes like 3 hours to
Yeah,
finish.
it's
It's
a
like
super
very
short game.
little.
Can you play it on PlayStation?
I'll bet
Yeah.
you can. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sure
it's
everywhere.
so sweet.
I want to for sure.
Okay, I have to actually think.
But we also have Isabel's Book Nook, which
What is it
is
looking like?
right now it's like a steamy book. So recommend us a steamy book, vote steamy, or highfalutin book.
I
vote
feel like I
highfalutin.
just read a steamy book and it's going out of my brain.
Imagine I literally wore this.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Why can't I think of anything I've ever read? I read a fair amount.
Okay, that is going to be steamy book. Isabel, you have 60 seconds to recommend to pitch us on one steamy
But
book.
wait, can I find
Okay,
the
we'll
book
give
and
you
then pitch it?
Yeah. We'll give
I
you
wanna
a
look at my
moment
Goodreads.
to think of what kind of a book.
It's been a while since I've read a steamy book because one of my day
I don't know if
jobs
I've ever read a steamy
is
book.
that I work for a movie place that does a lot of Lifetime movies, and they're all kind of like
There's some steamy stuff in there,
romancy, so
yeah.
it makes me really not want to read steamy books.
There was a time though where you
Yeah, my
read a
sister's
ton.
like a huge romance novel person. There's
Like,
a
has read
romance novel shop
literal like
in
hundreds and
Brooklyn
hundreds.
that's called
The Ripped Bodice.
The Ripped Bodice that is so
The
cute.
ripped bodice. That's a great
It's
name.
so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
I'm gonna try and think of.
Wait, I didn't go to your cam. Did your timer start?
No, it hasn't.
Okay.
Isabel's, but we can go to her cam so to see her thinking.
Really?
As we go to Isabel's book nook.
And while you do that?
Yeah,
Do
absolutely.
you think Gideon the Ninth is steamy? It kind of is.
Oh no.
I don't think
is.
I,
Don't they
I
kinda
don't
get
think I
it?
would
I read
qualify.
the first one, but
It's not steam forward, I would say. There's
Okay.
like, there's
Oh, okay, I have one.
romance in it. Getting the
I
Ninth
have
is
one, I
incredible.
would say.
Everyone read Getting the Ninth.
Which is
Okay, 60 seconds on the timer is going to start right now.
okay. I don't think this is a really high steam level. I'd say it's kind of like mid to high steam, but it's called Matrix. It's by Lauren Groff. It's a good book. I gave it 4 stars. It's about 12th century. I had to check myself on the century. 12th century nuns who are lesbians, and it's
Benedetta
kind of like
situation.
it's kind of like steamy, secret
30
steamy,
seconds.
and it's I remember being like, there's just like a lot of built-up tension, and I
Sure.
think there are some steamy
Totally.
scenes in it. But it's also just a really beautiful book. It's a really, really gorgeous book.
Yeah.
So I would highly recommend it. I'm also doing a quick scroll through to
10
see if there's
seconds.
anything else
Totally.
that I would recommend for a steamy book. The Spanish Love Deception. Oh, this Elena Armas is a good romance writer that my sister recommended. So
second.
that's just a little
There you
bonus
go.
one for you.
That's your time. Incredible. That was
Highfalutin.
Matrix by who? Lauren
Groff. I think.
Groff.
Macy, you should totally read that. Actually, I recommend it to you also.
Matrix by Lauren Groff.
No, it's
about
called Matrix. It's by Lauren Groff.
12th
It's about
century nuns.
lesbian nuns,
oh,
and it's pretty. I'd say it's a little steamy.
I'm in.
It's just a great book.
I haven't
Looking for
seen.
Jesus, I couldn't find any.
You
I thought you said Jesus. I said Jesus.
Couldn't find anything.
Jesus on the brain. Couldn't find a thing.
Didn't find a damn thing.
Jack is OOO and is keeping us OOC
Yeah.
out of
OOCI.
Cheez-Its.
Wow.
Yeah. Ookie.
Wookie wookie.
And with that, that's Isabel's book nook. We'll be back as we go back to
We'll be right back.
I haven't updated my Goodreads in a while.
the streets of Sofia. As you gather your things and back to the Hotel de la Bulgaria. There are some raised eyebrows for sure, and as you go up, there's people that are fixing the windows and the floor, the hallway, and everything. But you are welcomed back. It seems to be the case that no blame was placed on you for whatever happened last night.
Good.
And
Better not have been.
your stay is still extending through the rest of the week. Just go back Turkish coffee awaits you.
Yum.
Some pastries
Ooh, I
and
want
things.
a little decaf espresso.
Wait,
As-
so remind me, did that all happened in the hotel, not the Orient Express?
The hotel.
Wait, it did? My brain the whole time was picturing us on the train.
Me too. But
No. You are in the Hotel de la Bulgaria, a luxury hotel that the Wagonly is putting you up in Sofia.
That makes sense, because when you were like, you can't get to Lady Vera's room, like you don't have enough time, I was like, aren't all of our rooms like just right here?
I mean, there are a block on a hallway, but
But do you know what I mean?
you can't go through the room.
Okay, I have to readjust my memories.
Totally.
Done.
It's early morning. Your first full day here in Sofia, Bulgaria, off to a bit of a
Well, what should we see?
scary start.
Sorry.
You have correct. Oh no, Jesus Christ!
Vera is gonna have a headache.
No, Vera's. The moment you see her struggling against her broken windpipe, trying to get a Snyder mark out.
Eric and I did watch the first ep of the new season of Hacks last
Oh
night.
yeah,
And it
it's
is
exactly
so.
right.
I know it's been said. I don't know if it's been said on
Why isn't
air,
Eric kinda watching
but
it?
it is.
It's
It is
exactly-
such a Vera
Weird
June
Hacks, yeah.
dynamic.
Completely.
Yep. You have a car that was given to you by Dr. Jordanov with the promise that you would come in the morning to his house to see him. It is early morning. You don't imagine that he's expecting you right
Do you guys
now at
wanna
the
go to the
moment,
mineral
but
baths?
sometime during the morning.
The what?
The mineral baths, like the healing mineral baths.
Yeah, that could hit. That could hit for sure. But I do think we have to go see Dr. Jordan.
Can we first go to the baths? Do we have to be there right away? What time is it?
It would be, I'd say it's about 6:30 in the morning right
That's
now.
perfect. Why don't we go to the baths from like 6:30 to 8 and then head to the house?
I'm
We have a
honestly
car.
like not into like lingering here. I don't like rock with it here. You can feel free to get up early and go to the baths. I'm not like
No. That's fair. You lost your eye here.
I'm like not down to spa right now. I'm
Okay.
a little honestly, truly like June's a little angry. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are we what's going on?
So no, we definitely don't have to go to the baths. I was just thinking it might be nice for us to.
Like if you want to go to the baths,
No.
That's fine.
I would rather
but
stay with everyone.
I want to go to Dr. Jordanov. I want to get the head.
Yes.
I want to fucking end this.
Right,
This is
right,
getting out of
absolutely.
hand.
Right. Okay, to Dr. Jordanov.
You go around to the parking lot of this hotel, get in this old Ford,
It was drivey.
and you go to the
You're
streets.
Vera.
Vera, I think, has a good drivey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Go to make a drive auto.
That's an extreme success. Unlike the
good
time
driving.
she ran us into a tree.
To be fair, she was sleeping.
Oh yeah, what about the gourd and everything? Has she done anything with that?
Oh no.
As she turns on the car and heads out through the streets, maneuvering her way expertly through these streets, navigating perfectly back through the roads, back to
That's when she gets an extreme success.
row of townhouses, finding her way back until you park right in front of a house that you saw last night in the snow. Now there's sort of banks of snow outside, but it's just sort of a dome of gray sky overhead. Not much snow coming down. Still a cold, bitter wind coming through the streets. This quieter part of the city. As you pull up, you go, you knock on the door. And the door opens. At first, you see smiling face, welcoming face of Dr. Jordanov look at you before his face falls to horror, looking at all of you. What?
Yeah, we could do like Bloody Marys, honestly, or mimosas or something.
Come in, as he gestures you in and shuts the door behind you, staring abjectly at all of your wounds, your necks, and of course your eye. Looking at you, tears kind of brim in his eyes as he's looking as you come into this sort of entrance hall. looking in, this is a spacious home, although it seems that he lives here alone. This entrance hall is clean and orderly as he closes the door behind him and looks back and says, What happened?
We had quite a night. We were attacked by...
The hands came to life.
I'm just cutting to the chase of the assumption that if you are interested in the same stuff that we're interested in, you have also probably seen some weird, inexplicable shit in your life.
Did we do a psych check on this guy? Like, does he seem nice?
You didn't, but someone did.
Yeah, Gore did, I think.
He was clear.
Seemed to be.
Clear enough. Like, there's not like a deep.
But you didn't talk to him then. You could.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna kind of shake his hand, look deeply
This is your
into
first
his
time meeting him.
eyes.
Great. Yeah, as he shakes your hand, Susanna's
got an
hands,
83
introducing himself as
psychology,
Dr. Jordanov. Go ahead and make a psychology check.
And I got an 85.
Perfect. 2 luck points.
I have literally no luck
Right,
to
right.
spare.
Right.
For
me
something
too.
like
Me
this.
Too, girl.
You feel just how fucking tired you are looking at him and just trying to get a read on him before just feeling like this headache brewing and just kind of pushing it out of your mind as he looks at all of you. I will coffee and foods.
Coffee sounds great. Perhaps a little Irish coffee. We're like all slowly turning into alcoholics.
I know. It's bleak. It's bleak.
He says, follow me. It is a bit of a mess. I am sorry. As you follow him in, at first he doesn't seem like much of a mess as you pass this dining room. Seems clean, beautiful. Passing by a sitting room. But you look down hallways and you see open doors to different rooms. And you see just clutter in other rooms. Just boxes and boxes of things, unpacked things, books and papers stacked upon stacked. Just clearly not organized or cleaned in a very long time. Picture of disorder.
As we walk past all that, can I try to read some of those papers, like kind of try to get a sense of if he's hoarding a certain thing or if he's just a hoarder?
Go ahead and make a spot hidden check for me, just to get a kind of cursory glance at everything.
Down. But that's not stopping me.
You can still see with one eye.
Success. It's just a little blurry.
Success. Looking around, it is mainly archaeology and anthropology. You don't see anything that is sort of prickling your spine in terms of like something having to do exactly with Sedefkar Simulacrum or anything like that. But certainly antiquity, certainly things that are hundreds, thousands of years old, Roman times, things that have to do with like the sort of prehistoric periods in these parts, as you know that there are sort of like ancient civilizations in these parts. In Eastern Europe there's plenty of like, you would find like cave paintings and different things like that. As you're doing that in this moment, as you're looking around, you see the different sort of titles of different things, focusing on the words and everything, and then you see that you're running through a back alley. You see yourself running between buildings in a dark space, running down this alley towards an opening, and then you blink into your back and you see the books in front of you.
Okay.
Wait, so you looked at something and then you saw yourself
Running down a back alley.
What was it that you looked at? You saw?
Just all of his papers. I don't think I saw any specific thing.
Okay.
It was like all... He definitely has a genre of thing he's collecting, but not anything.
He sits you down for Turkish coffee. No, I'm good. Okay. I'm actually good, yeah. Thank you.
June will, like, fall back a little bit and kind of get by Susanna and just maybe grab her hand. And
I think I'm trying to kind of read as much as I can on the sly, being the kind of bookish guy that I am. Just like kind of as I'm looking around, like kind of like trying to be a little, on the sly, but
to look at the different books and things.
Yeah, just kind
totally.
of casually looking, leafing,
Yeah.
gathering.
Go ahead and make a spot hidden check.
That's a success.
Success. Looking around, you do gather much the same things that June was gathering, looking. See different things. You do see a particular sort of interest in the Roman period. You see an interest in the sort of collision of Roman and Gothic civilization. You see just different tales of excavations finding in these parts traces of old civilizations, different spiritualities butting up against each other, different faith systems, different pantheons, that sort of thing.
Okay.
It seems completely scatterbrains looking around. As he serves you Turkish coffee and he serves you banitsa, which is a flaky bread with onion and cheese.
I love
You hear that, Vera?
exactly those things.
Banitsa. Where you-
Banitsa, Vera.
Banitsa.
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 Bunny.
And after you're served,
I might have to make myself a little decaf soon.
Sounds good.
I might have to make myself a little bonitza.
Give me a quick hour. Jordanov looks to you, says, well, I will not try to take up too much more time than you would want. I'm amazed that you came here this morning. It must be, I cannot imagine.
We were, yes. I think it was imperative that we just sort of, get what we need to get and perhaps leave the city. It's not holding fond memories for us currently.
We'll start in Sofia.
Right.
I will be honest, I do not know precisely where the monograph is, but I will begin
good.
to have a look.
Great.
Make yourselves comfortable. You are welcome to anything from the kitchen, anything. There are some leftovers in there, anything, and I will begin to sift through.
Do you mind if we poke around with... I'm just seeing, you got all this stuff.
Oh, not at all. The monograph is, it's about yay big. It has a dark green cover, if I recall. Otherwise, it is a dark sort of brown. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. But I will start looking. And good luck to all of us.
Good luck.
I start looking, going through books.
Go through.
So, can you describe the space we're in again? Like, we went through a big foyer, and then kind of are in this space.
You're in a sitting room first, where there's some bookcases, but looking through, there's a couple of guest bedrooms that have been turned into storage space with boxes and boxes of things. You can see that there is a library with tall bookshelves. There's also just desks that are piled high with papers and different things. As you're looking, you got a successful spot hidden before, and you got a successful spot hidden before. He starts looking, going through sort of a guest bedroom, just looking through different boxes, pulling them out, and just starting to kind of go one by one, take things out. Immediately you can tell that him doing this alone, hours and hours.
Yeah.
With both of your successful spot hidden checks, given his sort of dimensions that he gave for it, how big it would be, sort of color of it, both of you...
And Lady Vera's.
And Lady Vera's. Both of you sort of wander down the hall, just kind of peeking your head into different rooms, getting an assessment of all the different places to look. And you look in the library and just sort of poking around, taking out boxes, piling them off each other. You find a desk that is covered in several boxes of small, bound, seemingly 50 to 100 page papers, books, different things like that. These seem to be monographs. As you seem to find these and narrow the search, go ahead and make library use checks.
Well, that's just not my thing. So maybe you take a bonus die from me instead of...
Great.
If that's okay. Does it work like that?
Yeah.
Can I just,
you can help.
More so.
You can
Bert,
assist.
tell me where to look, yeah.
Okay, no need, because that's an extreme success.
Woo!
Extreme success. Bert.
I guess I'll try it.
Spin.
Oh.
Yeah, see if you can,
Nope.
Bert's in his element.
Roughly 25 minutes pass. staring down the barrel of hours and hours of maybe fruitless work, looking through the incredible amount of things that Dr. Jordanov has here. Like pig sniffing truffles, Bert's. Looking through those stacks, and whether it's luck or whether it's your preternatural abilities, having gone through so many library stacks, having looked through so many bookstores, looking through, you kind of gather this sense that there was an organization system here, maybe years ago, that he was using, that clearly he changed and shifted to different things as you look around the rest of the room. But here, you kind of managed to get a sense of that, and looking through, you find monograph, dark green cover, last name Penev written on it, first name Ivo.
That's our guy.
And you see written on it is words in Bulgarian. You look behind it, and there is another copy of what seems to be the same thing, Ivo Penev. There are words written on it in Bulgarian. You look behind that, and there's an identical one, except the words you would register as being written in Russian. All of them with the name Ivo Penev.
Do they have dates on them at all, or no?
As you open it up and look, you're not able to ascertain any dates on it.
You said they're identical.
They do look to be nearly identical, except for
Yeah.
two of them are in one language and another is in another language.
I call for our guy.
So you hear the boom, 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 padding down the hallway.
Yes, I believe I've found them.
You are incredible. That is amazing. Of course, I knew that I left them here.
Of
He
course.
comes up to the box and picks them up.
Right.
And he kind
Now,
of brings
listen,
it up to his mouth, blows
Doctor.
the dust off of it. Yes.
This is of archaeology.
archaeological.
Yes, thank you. Archaeological importance to us, but more than that, and without saying too much, I know I can trust you and tell you that what is in these books is very important for us to know. We are willing to pay you a healthy sum if we spend a good part of today translating these books. We found them quickly. There's much day to be had. I will transcribe.
I would not say no to compensation, but
No,
know that I
we
will.
have as much, as you think is valuable for the task.
You see Lady Vera sort of choke for a moment, her throat as her eyes go wide, looking at you. She says, that would be certainly appreciated, but you have been through a lot, and I will help you however I can. She picks up the three and sort of dusts them off, gingerly holding them in his hands. None of you read Bulgarian or Russian, is that correct?
No.
That is okay. If you will, she pulls out a pen, hands it to you, and brings sort of a ream of paper over to you. If you wish to transcribe, I will translate for you.
Do I know shorthand? Is there a typewriter? Even better.
Go ahead and make a luck check.
Whew. This guy seems like the type that would have a
Yeah, he's gotta have a typewriter. Can I use Lady Vera's luck?
Go for it. Go ahead and roll a luck check for Lady Vera.
Okay, Bert failed. Lady Vera says,
There's got to be one in this really dodgy place.
and she succeeds.
Looking around. He looks around for a moment, kind of looking through papers before he... here. And he pulls aside a stack of papers, unearthing a little Underwood typewriter that he lifts up and plants on the desk in front of you. He goes over and pulls over sort of sofa chairs for everyone to sit around. So he goes and he settles himself into an armchair, leaning forward and opening this book. As he begins to read aloud, slowly reading in English, translating. At times he has to pause to look ahead and to sort of translate for a moment to find the right English word for the Bulgarian as he takes the Bulgarian. But he reads the title, The Jujeta Idol, Evidence of a Civilization Older Than Mankind, by Ivo Penev, 1908. And he reads to you. At times he has to take a break to get water, to have more coffee. At times he has to read ahead and pauses for a long time to translate ahead. All in all, this takes 3 hours to get through what is, you find, a 63-page monograph, complete with detailed sketches presenting a study and theory of the origin of an idol found in Bulgaria in 1908. The idol is in the shape of a smooth and featureless
19
head.
what?
Oh,
08.
wait.
The idol is in the shape of a smooth and featureless head. The author, Penev, proposes that the idol is older than mankind, constructed by a mysterious civilization of mythical dwarves known in this region as the Jujeta. The last 10 pages of the monograph are filled with wild conjecture, thinly veiled insults directed toward the established archaeological community. Both of you go ahead and make psychology checks.
I'm gonna spend a luck point to hit it so I can improve it.
I'm gonna push it as well.
How are you going to push it?
I look at what I've typed out, and then I just kind of go back over it. I kind of stop listening to what he said, and I really try and
Great.
read some clues. Success.
I'm keeping the spirit of the thing, but
With both of you, totally. With both of you succeeded on that, you would assess the author of this monograph as being, in some sense, psychologically disturbed.
Little cuckoo bananas.
throughout all of it or just at the end?
The end in particular seems to color the rest of it for you,
Totally.
where you can hear the obsessiveness inside of it. You can hear this sort of anti-social sort of leaning. As you hear it over the course of 3 hours, listening to these strange theories about non-Euclidean geometry of the civilization of strange abandoning of the laws of reality that humanity obeys, this civilization that operated in another sort of reality, creating this strange featureless thing. Go ahead and both of you roll D3, and then also roll a D3 for Vera.
1.
I got a 1 and Vera got a 3.
Vera loses 3 sanity. Both of you lose 1 sanity from listening to this. And everyone can add 1 percentile to their Cthulhu Mythos score.
Ooh, 1.
Don't spend it all in one place. Ooh, mine goes from 0 to 1. So you're saying there's a chance.
Cthulhu.
The monograph ends at the end of all of it. After this long journey of reading it aloud, empty coffee cups in front of you, empty plates. Dr. Jordanov, stoic as he reads this, sort of stony, silent, before he reads on. It ends stating that the Jujeta idol was sent to Dr. Todor Mativ at Sofiyski Universitet.
What can you say one more time? Dr. Soda.
Dr. Todor, Todor,
Todor.
Mativ, Mateev, at Sofiyski Universitet, which translates to Sofia University, for further study. And you see Dr. Jordanov get noticeably pale at reading this.
What is it? Do you have an issue or not a great relationship with the university?
What?
No,
Todor.
I knew Dr. Mativ. He was a good man, kind man. He's pale and almost a little green as he's grimacing. Good man. He killed his family.
Oh,
When the police found him, I will not upset you with the details.
No.
we cannot be further upset than we have been at this point.
Yeah, it's better to know.
He was wearing their skin, screaming at their bodies. He attacked the officers and was killed. A couple of years later, his research assistant died as well. That is the end, as he shuts the monograph and holds it in his lap.
Do you know where, where his belongings
Where was his office?
might
Was
have
it
gone, or where he lived, or
at the university, or?
His office is at the university, yes. His belongings, I do not know.
is the university close by?
Close enough, yes. If you have gotten what you were interested in from this, I would like no further part of this.
Of course. That is absolutely.
Thank
you very much for the help you've given us thus far. We
This
very
is
much
strange.
appreciate it.
It is a strange and small world.
Vera,
How so?
Coincidences. My students writing. This man, my friend. I do not want to go down this road.
Lady
What
Vera,
happened between you and this friend?
Nothing. He was my friend to the end. Until he lost his mind.
you mean you weren't expecting to see your friend's name in your student's book?
I was not.
Lady Vera takes out some cash, and a good chunk, and pays him.
He looks at it for a moment.
It does not come with any sort of trust that we are on the side of goodness. And we thank you for your part in it. You by no means need to take the money, but if it is useful to you, we are happy to give some of ours.
I think my opinion is that while I appreciate your generosity, I will decline anything that has strings to what you are doing.
All right.
I mean no offense by this.
No.
None taken. Your friend, Dr. Mativ?
Yes.
I understand you're saying that you were friends with him until he sort of lost his mind, but did he have, well, did he ever mention any of this kind of thing to you?
He was, well, I did not know how close he was to this research. He was one of many in the community who, when this monograph was presented, dismissed it as a hoax.
That's interesting. He dismissed this research about the Zhuzheta people as a hoax.
Yes, his artifact fabrication. This is his reaction upon the monograph being sent to them, but beyond that, I did not speak to him for some time, and it would seem that he received this. It is beyond me.
And as a refresh, Dr. Jordan said on the train that he has no idea where the research assistant is.
Where Ivo Penev, the
yeah.
writer of the monograph, he
Yeah.
told you that he had emigrated to Canada some years ago,
Okay.
kind of in disgrace. He no
Right,
longer
right,
speaks
right.
of this whole incident. He no longer speaks of this research.
Okay. Was there anyone that your old student, Ivo, was there anyone that he worked with closely that is still here that we can maybe talk to? And then we'll
He
leave you alone on this.
performed studies at the university, but he was a bit of a solitary figure, especially after this line of inquiry.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your help.
Of course.
Can you give us some directions, if you don't mind terribly, to the university?
Of course. So he goes and rifles through papers for a while until finding a small sort of makeshift map of Sofia and is lining out a path through the streets.
Does it seem walkable?
Let me check real quick.
All right, we were using his car.
I'm like, I feel like he's gonna want that back.
One moment.
First shout.
He might want that back.
Can I see your iPod?
Very walkable. Yeah, just a couple blocks from here.
And I give him the keys then. Or later I give him the keys.
Takes the car keys.
It's warm.
Well, been on me noggin. You see.
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal.
All right, well, thank you for taking the time to help us find this and talking to us about it. I know it's, trust me, we know firsthand how unpleasant all of this is. For one, I'm quite eager to be rid of this and put this chapter of my life behind me as well. So I don't blame you for wanting us to get out of your place. Thank you.
You see him sort of avoiding eye contact now as he
He
nods.
thinks Spooked.
As you all get up and start to leave.
Yeah.
He looks up as the door opens. He opens the door for you, and as you head out, you hear him clear his throat for a moment. And looking back, he looks at you and says, I am not the most faithful of men, but I will pray for you.
I appreciate it.
I'm not the most faithful of women, but I will take those prayers.
Nods. You see him think for a moment, and then turn around, shut the door behind. You have a little map, just a couple block walk to Sofia University. So you head off
Let's go.
Yeah.
down the street. As you're walking, a little light snow is now following the wind, coursing through the streets.
Oh no.
Faye,
Is it?
we haven't gotten anywhere from them on the train or anything.
You didn't. You know that there was an auction probably in the last couple days. They weren't staying at the hotel that you were staying at. If you inquired, you did not get the sense of that. You don't know where they're staying in this city. You don't know where they are.
In this city, they're...
They traveled to Sofia,
Oh my god, they're in the city.
Mm-hmm.
as far as you know.
Okay.
As you walk down the street, Susanna sidles up to you, June, and sort of squeezes your hand gently and says, how are you feeling?
Not great, honestly.
It's a stupid question, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I just
Oof.
feel like every time we get a little closer to finishing this thing, we just get beat down a little bit more. And every time I see that your life is in danger, and every time that Vera or Bert or God knows what June and Clayton are, I obviously know that we're up against something really big, and still really like the idea of being the people to do something about it, but I don't know, it's starting to feel a little more real what the cost maybe is for that. And I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to...
No, you don't have anything to be sorry about. You've
just
protected me so much, and I just want you to know that I'm gonna protect you. Whatever it takes. Okay? She squeezes your hands.
You already have, you know. Back there in the train. That guy was gonna run, God knows about you. Sorry, but it was kind of hot.
Well, I'm no Lady Vera with her shotgun, so.
Oh, thank God for that.
What?
Still croaking through the throat.
Double checking. We have all the pieces of our guy, right?
Are you traveling with the base case?
Yeah, of course. We always travel with the base case.
yeah.
You are wheeling the base case along the road, along the stone roads, carrying it with you wherever you go.
We kind of have to trade off, I imagine, kind of being like, your turn to lug this thing.
I'd click it
Yes,
open and just get a little... Actually, no, I wouldn't do that.
I'm looking.
Okay. You take a look, pulling over to the side of the road and
Looking in the
clicking
fake
it
back.
opening it up.
I don't like how he's like looking around, like just tells us away.
And looking inside, you see a hand severed at a wrist, and then you see the wrist there, and you see the porcelain arm, and you see the hands connected to the arm. You look inside of the black velvet inside, and you see the left arm, the right arm, chest, the legs. As you
Kind
look,
of spook at the severed hand a little bit.
your mind flashes back to another headless body you've seen recently as you look, covering it back up. As Susanna squeezes your hands, June, as you're walking along this road toward the university, you see the road ahead of you, and you see it sort of fairly empty, some people in shops, and then you see yourself running through the streets, and you see yourself running towards a black car, a waiting black car, and you see yourself climbing into the car as you hear the sounds of this motor cranking, and then you see yourself driven off in this car swiftly through the city. As you blink, you're looking again at the quiet street ahead of you, going towards the university.
What? I stopped walking while I was seeing that vision. And I'm holding Susanna's hand, so I assume she notices.
What's wrong?
I just got this vision for the second time of me running down an alley. This time I got in a car.
What?
I don't know. I had it this morning too. No, at Dr. Jordanoff's place too. I thought maybe I don't know. I had a lot in my head. But I just saw it again.
As you think about this, thinking about seeing it through your eyes, you realize that your right eye continues to see.
Oh.
You saw yourself running. You saw with an opened left eye. As you think on that and you feel become very aware of the left side of your face. We're going to go to a crossroads.
You can see out of your eye, your other eye.
This crossroads is going to be, how's the pain? Bad or not too bad? Vote bad or vote not.
What do you mean?
Like, I think, like, wherever your eye is maybe, like, running, but you can also kind of, like,
Yeah.
Potterish.
Yeah. That would be crazy. How's it going, Eric?
Hey, it's
Back
going
to
great.
how we started.
Oh, you know, we're getting used to the tiny team feel
This is
a
how-
little bit. We've gone through every variation. I just need to have a solo time with every character now, with every player.
Just you playing everybody.
Just nightmare,
Just an audiobook.
literal nightmare. Oh no!
Oh my god.
Well, it's looking like it's not gonna be not too bad.
How's the pain? Not too bad. Thanks, y'all. At least that.
Well, instead of taking damage from the pain, you feel an itch behind your patch, behind your wound, your bandages. You just feel this phantom itchiness where your left eye should be.
You should kind of do that thing when you have a wound and you know it, like,
Just
just kind of pat it a little bit. Like, I'm not going to itch it, but I think it's healing, but it's bugging me. Okay.
Okay. You okay?
Yeah. Yeah. This just isn't my best day.
I'm so sorry.
Thanks for being here with me. I'll keep walking.
You keep walking down the street, heading down. And you find yourself in front of the rather modern early 20th century facade. Beautiful, tall columns, high rooftops, very majestic facade of Sofijski Universitet? Sofia University. Arriving there and passing through the grand columns and large doors, you find yourself in halls filled with students milling about, deep in conversation, speaking in Bulgarian, rushing to lectures, rushing to halls, different classes and different things. People are passing in a sort of a whirlwind as you look around. What are you doing?
I would actually want to start maybe at the library.
Yeah?
Like, ultimately, I would probably eventually want to talk to, like, a visitor center reception vibe for the university, but I'm also a little hesitant of raising red flags, so maybe start in the library.
Go ahead and make, I'd say go ahead and make a spy hidden check. I know you're not good with that, but you can,
No, I'm still good.
still good?
I mean,
See what you
well, 53. Oh,
I imagine that others are looking as well.
it's 56. So
56. You can roll
okay, I'll roll
for
yeah.
Vera or Bert.
58, Vera. Let's try Bert. 39
39 on spot hidden.
for Bert. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bert looks over and sees, not in Bulgarian script, but rather in sort of your English sort of alphabet written biblioteca. Following that, passing through these halls, eventually you find yourself looking at, give me one moment, an incredible array of various hundreds and thousands of books, stacked upon stacked bookcases, high balconies, hallways going around, different students perusing, going through the different stacks as you come in. There are long tables for studying in this grand, sort of opulent library you find yourself in. In the center there is a circular desk that you would imagine has some information, some people.
Yeah. I'd go there.
Going up to them? Gotcha. She looks up and says a word to you that you do not understand.
Hello? Do you speak English by any chance? No, not really.
No.
What, where are we, Sofia? What language do they speak? What
You were in
language?
Bulgaria.
Right. What language do they speak in Bulgaria?
Bulgarian.
Bulgarian. Does anyone in the group speak? No, we just learned that.
Don't
from-
believe so. No. I don't think that Susanna does either.
Shoot. Are there other students here?
Looking around, there are a few students that are around the tables.
I'll walk up to a table and ask if any of them speak English.
As you go up, go make a charm roll.
Okay. Well, that ain't my... It's almost like you need a party.
Isabel's smoking a cigarette.
It's
right
almost like you need a party with different strengths.
now. A diverse set of abilities.
I'll try charm. I'm just gonna drive the damn rope. Charm, fail. And I'm gonna assume that Vera would see me talking to these and walk up and say,
she was smoking a cigarette.
apologies, she was raised by wolves.
Totally.
Does anyone
totally.
speak
Trying
English?
to choke that out. Go ahead and you can make a charm or persuade for Lady Vera.
44. Does 44 work for charm or persuade for Vera? We are in the library.
Yeah.
I walked up to the front desk to try to talk to them. They do not speak English. So
Charm, she succeeds in.
So we're asking some students if any of them speak English.
I'm okay for now, but thank you. I might grab some in a minute. Decaf. As Lady Vera goes up, apologizes for June being raised by wolves, and a couple of them laugh before this.
We're asking the library people to let.
We're asking for someone to
students.
translate for us, basically.
The library people.
As before a young woman looks up at Lady Vera and at you as well, and the group of you, and says, "Not much English around here."
Hotness check. Attraction check.
Sure.
For Bert.
Yeah. How old is Bert?
Bert is 32.
Okay.
She's
like 20.
Maybe.
Yeah, they're called.
I mean, honestly, at that, like, in that time.
1920, right?
Yeah, it'd be like, perfect.
Oh, that's right. My blushing
Exactly
bride.
correct.
My blushing bride, she's a little on the old side.
Yeah. But Bert will hold off seeing that she's a
Totally.
But a little English? You speak a little English, though? I just need some help at the desk.
I can still
Little,
see if she's attractive to me. I don't need to.
Whatever you wish, Bert. That's a
I want to see
D10.
what type I'm into.
Sure.
You
That's
know?
a 10. It looks like you got a 10.
Yeah, I got a 10. I got a 10.
A 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
Well, we learned what Bert is looking for, and it's a college student.
She's like bookish, right?
Totally.
She's kind of like
Totally.
like a little
Sure, Bert.
nerdy,
Yeah.
like.
She seems like a budding scholar.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Bert is like... Bert is like, I like bookish girls, but only date, like,
She has an old
20
soul.
years
An old soul.
She has an old soul.
Yeah.
The
For
classic.
Oh, my
Bert
God.
kind of like starts sweating, and then just doesn't say anything.
Horrifying. Okay.
Kind of shuts down. Hey, it's not like it's like wrong. I personally don't think right.
You're just cracking my ass out.
Personally,
Incredible
it's not
quote.
for me, but it's not
Incredible
it's legally wrong. Whatever.
It's
June just
wrong.
like puts her arm over Bert and is like a little English. Ew, why are you so sweaty? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
right, yeah.
Pushes him
I
away.
don't know why
Drenched in
it's
sweat.
a little
Immediately stained.
hot in here. It's a little hot.
Oh my god. As
He doesn't
looks
know
up
how
at-
old she is. She could be a graduate student. Why did you say she was like 25?
Totally.
You made your bed, Bert.
Totally.
Whatever.
Bert canceled as the student looks up and says,
They're trying to cancel me.
Bert becomes a full Joe Rogan, like, oh, I can't say
Cancel
anything
culture.
anymore.
Can't say shit.
Can't say
Wow.
anything in 1920.
There is a little bit of a pipeline there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's
Bert needs to be swayed in the correct direction
Yeah.
a little bit. But
He
anyway,
needs a a lesbian and a woman.
I say to June,
for real.
later. Never mind. Not now. Not in front of her.
She looks up and says, I can, Professor can get.
Professor can get. Okay.
Professor can get.
Okay. I grabbed her. Okay, thank you.
As she gets up and kind of marks her place in her book and leaves the library for a few minutes, leaving you alone.
I say to June, I say that
Oh, she's gonna get the professor.
was the
Okay, she's gonna get the professor.
most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, she's really gorgeous. She's gonna go get the professor, it sounds like, so that's good.
Do you think she's never mind.
Okay.
I mean, you guys can try and dissuade me. Put him on the right path. I can't control how the dice roll.
No, she's very beautiful. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
You don't.
I don't think there's anything
I
wrong
thought you just said a lesbian
love
friend
that
has to steer
Isabel
you.
slipped her way into playing an incel. Like,
I don't think there's anything wrong with
Not an
finding her
incel.
beautiful. She's gorgeous. But don't, like, freak her out.
Oh no, I don't intend to freak anyone out. I'm still figuring it out. I also was, that woman on the horse, the woman who taught. Oh, you weren't there, but there was a woman who taught Lady Vera and I how to ride horses, and she was very strapping. Perhaps a bit older, right?
Strapping,
yeah, sure.
bookish.
She was very strong and tall. The horsewoman.
She sounds awesome, Bert.
The doors open to the library as you see this student return.
Joan is like,
Bert's going through a second, sexual awakening.
Totally. Grand tour for Bert as this 20-year-old girl comes in with
Megan said strapping, bookish. Does Bert want a lesbian?
I mean, I think kind of.
Lesbians are in
Hey.
right now.
You mean in this society? Do
in
you
1924. Yeah, it's Bulgaria, 1924.
Sorry.
lesbians in vogue?
As a tall middle-aged man comes in behind the student and comes up to you and says, well, I'm assistant doctor, professor of English, Ivanov.
Perfect.
Hello.
I've heard that you are in need of an English speaker and
Yes.
here to help if I can.
Yes, we are archaeologists, or budding, in some cases.
We're curious. We look to the girl. Thank you. We need a little help translating with the desk. We're looking for some certain works by certain people. It's curious if they're here.
Certainly, I can see. Pulls out a little notepad from his pocket and says, I can write down what you are looking for and give it to the clerk and they can help you.
It's a couple of keywords, I guess, if you want to type them into the database. I don't know how they do it, but a couple things with
Certainly not
No, I know, I'm kidding.
He looks at you like.
Yeah.
Someone who I believe used to be a student here, Ivo Panev.
Ivo Panev, okay.
Yeah, we're curious if there's any writing by him here, or if there's anything about the Jujeta people.
Jujeta. Go ahead and make luck check. And you can roll for all three of you. I'll roll for Susanna. Just give you guys a fighting chance here.
No way! I succeeded! That never happens.
Incredible. We can leave it at that. As he looks for a moment, furrowed brow, sort of. You said Ivo Panev.
Yeah, do you know who that is?
I believe so. He was a scholar some years ago, yes. He was,
Did he work here or he was a student here?
He worked here, I think, because they said his office was here.
That was Dr. Mativ.
Dr. Mativs was here. Ivo Panev was not, did not work here.
Okay.
Never mind.
We'll add Dr. Totem Mativ to the list as well. I know that we heard that. I know that he maybe is something of a controversial figure here.
He is no longer with us.
Yeah, we heard that. I'm sorry.
What is it that you are interested in with Dr. Matif?
Well, he was sent an artifact that we are interested in. A statue. You see, our friend who's not with us currently is also an artist. It's supposed to be very rare, beautiful. We were just, collecting for the museum. What's the museum called back in? We were collecting, like, that we were appraising for?
The
in
Trieste.
or in Belgrade.
Yeah.
I think just the National Museum
Yeah.
of Belgrade.
So I say, like, we were, doing some work hired by, and I say the name, at the Museum of Belgrade. There was this statue we were looking for that we heard had been sent to him. I know he's no longer here, but we were wondering if there was any sort of insight to his, his possessions or his work.
I do not know about this. I can refer you to the professor academician Chedenko. He is in Dr. Mativ's office now. He holds his position. If there were any acquisitions, then perhaps you would know.
Okay. Professor, what was that?
Chedenko. Chedenko.
That'd be great. And yeah, if you could point us in that direction, and
Yes.
then we really would like to see if there's anything in the library
Yes,
about these things.
about
we've been paid to.
Ivo Penev, or about
Ivo Penev, the Jujeta people, or if there are
Jujeta
any-
people. The Jujeta people are a fairy story.
Yeah, we're curious for more about just to hear
The
more
lore.
about the lore
Right.
of that. Yeah.
Of course. As you wish.
And if there are any of the works of Dr. Matif here.
Right.
Of Dr. Matif. Understood.
If any
I
of
will
them
give this.
published anything.
I will give this to the clerk, and they will acquire books from the stacks for you if you'll be
That's-
patient.
Of course, yeah.
And perhaps also an English Bulgarian dictionary.
Okay. So he writes this down again. Goes over to the clerk, hands it over,
You're still sweaty.
gives a nod to all of you.
Do I find him attractive?
Go ahead and roll a d10. Just trying to.
I'm trying
Cover
to
your
gauge
butt
it.
now?
A 10. A 10.
Oh, you're just horny today.
I think
He is a bit of like, he's like probably only like early 50s, like not that old, but a silver fox a little bit. A little bit of a I would say Roger
daddy?
Sterling sort of.
I don't know who that is.
What's the actor's name? He's in Sex and the City too. He's the politician that Carrie dates, but he's also in Mad Men.
Oh, John Slattery?
John Slattery. That's right.
I saw Mackenzie's comment come through just before Streamlabs said, no. I saw something about came back and Bert's horny. And Streamlabs said,
I
No,
just
no,
feel like hotness checks
horniness.
10 out of 10 on everyone. Okay, so he looks like John Slattery.
that is so funny.
Interesting.
Oh my god.
Incredible. Both of you can make library. Oh,
one
sorry.
More thing, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Can I do a gaydar check to see if he is
Go for it.
on myself?
Honestly, yeah. But yeah, you can do it for him.
I'll do a gaydar check on me.
You can
too
do it
to
for
see
even of.
how I'm feeling. Oh wait, there's for some reason I just rolled one of these.
Welcome back, Mackenzie.
Okay, it's a success for him.
A success
think.
for him.
Or a success, I think it's a success that I'm able to tell.
Right.
Yeah, his
No, yeah.
sort of sexual orientation. Or get a good feel of it.
Getting a feel for it, you'd say you'd be maybe rolling the dice on trying to make a pass.
But it's not like, definitely not.
It's not definitely not.
Okay. And the girl's not here.
No, she is. She's like a few feet away. She's at the table.
I'm just sweating. I like take off my jacket and I have like big sweat stains.
Full big sweat stains.
Under my shirt.
Drenched,
then I put back on
dark
the
shadows
jacket.
under the armpits.
I imagine Lady Vera snaps at me something.
Yeah, she tries to get something out of her throat, trying her best.
Oh, she can't speak.
As the clerk returns with some books, both of you make library use checks, and you can use a bonus die. As you
Having
get that help.
fun. Maybe I should do it, or do you want to do it?
We can both use a bonus die, is what you're saying? No?
You can both roll with the bonus die.
Oh, nice. Having fun isn't hard.
Oh my god, I rolled the same thing twice.
I got an extreme success.
I failed.
Okay, an extreme success.
That's what I said.
So true. So true. You find some passages, some fairy story passages about Jujeta people. Some of them are sort of in a way of like, almost like grim fairy tales of like dwarves and different things. Others are more almost like alternate histories, like cryptid histories of these people. More occultish writers, people who are writing in a sort of spiritual manner, talking about these civilization of people whose spirits remain in the earth and emerge in certain sort of supernatural ways. You also find writings about just the history of Bulgaria and the history of Sofia. Reading about Sofia, you find humans have lived on the site of Sofia since at least 4000 BC. Their Paleolithic traces are often found in the caves which dot the area's river gorges, particularly those on the banks of the Iskra River, which flows through the outskirts of Sofia. Read about certain beliefs held by the Sardi, a Thracian tribe, established as settlements near the hot mineral springs near Sofia as early as the 8th century BC. They fell to the Romans, went to Constantine the Great. It's gone through myriad different hands, going to the Turkish Ottoman Empire, reading through the history. The Ottoman Empire has fallen, all those different things.
There.
Yeah. The most recent sort of history that you see is that in June 1923, there was a military coup murdering the prime minister.
In where?
This is only a year ago.
1923.
Sort of speaking to just how turbulent times are. June 1923, there was a military coup. And some months later, there was a Communist Party-led attempts to gain control of the nation, and it failed. And Bulgaria became the first country in the world to make communism illegal.
Whoa. Work. Let's just stay here. Sorry, writing.
Okay. So they made communism illegal. So is that a fascist country then?
I would say that maybe it has
Like on
this.
the
I'm a
spectrum?
little bit positing, but fascism, in terms of like a political ideology taking over Europe, is relatively new. Italy is certainly under fascism.
Yeah.
Mussolini is definitely sort of like reinventing or inventing this form of fascism that is spreading. You know that Bulgaria was part of the Central Powers in World War I, which is on the side of, say, the Kaiser, Germany.
Yeah, not awesome. Okay.
Okay, well, thank you. This is great.
Cool.
Well,
In terms of Jujeta sort of beliefs and different things, you find some sort of writings about those supernatural sort of faith beliefs, some having to do with the human soul. This idea that you kill an opponent and take their head and their soul is in your power. There's writings of druids that kept mounds of skulls in their sacred places.
does this have any mention of where their sacred places were? I know it's like more considered fairy tale, so maybe it wouldn't say anything like that, but
say that you don't find like exact details on where things are, but you know that there are sort of cave paintings that would speak to maybe druidic sites. These cave paintings reading more rather than about like where exactly these things are, but more about sort of the supernatural beliefs behind them. There's a belief that there's a sort of sympathetic magic sort of intertwined with cave painting, where you wound the image of a beast and you wound it spiritually, making it easier to kill.
Interesting.
Wait, you wound a beast spiritually when you wound the image of it?
Yes.
Okay.
As you
This is
are
all in
reading
books
through these
that
things.
This guy wrote.
As you're reading through books, you see the text and you see the words, and you see a car driving out of the city, driving through open country, and then you see the words and you see the sentences in front of you.
Where's your little
Did that
hand
look
at?
like that? Do I recognize any of what I'm seeing in those visions from what we've been seeing here in Sofia?
Go ahead and I'll say make a spot hidden check.
Well, 99 even.
Okay. In this moment, seeing the car passing through the countryside, you just mainly see no sign of city blocks around it. You just see sort of open hills to the side of the car.
Okay. I would kind of peel off to Susanna. Like it just happened again.
How do you feel?
I don't feel. I feel okay. It just would be like I'm kind of seeing this image, and I'm still like aware of what's happening around me, like here in the library. But I'll just get this image, and I don't know.
As you look up at her, you see her sitting next to you in the back of the car with skin wrapped around her neck, and then you're back in the library.
What do you mean skin wrapped around her neck? Like we have skin around our neck. What do you mean? Like extra skin?
The sort of tanned skin wrapped like a cowl around the neck and mouth
Susanna.
for a moment, and then gone.
This is sick. Can I just say?
I would not say that to her. But
You gonna be okay? Let's get some water. Let's get some water for you.
yeah.
As she goes, and there is a sort of a water station with glasses off to the side for students studying to help themselves stay hydrated. She comes over with a glass of water for you as you finish looking through these books and find this information.
Yeah, okay. I sit down. Yeah, I'd take a second, but then say that guy, the professor that came to help us. Whenever you're ready to take us to Professor Chendenko's, I think we're ready.
That professor is no longer here, but looking over, that young student is here.
Oh, the professor that helped us.
The
is
professor
not
that
there.
helped has left a while ago. That student is
Oh,
still
right,
here.
because they had to get off the books. Okay, I go over to
Professor,
her. Yeah.
yeah, Chijenko, if you don't mind.
Chijenko?
Terribly. If we could see his office, please. Thank
Yes.
you.
As she, again, marks where she is in the book and leaves it, speaks a few words to a student next to her and kind of gives a nod.
This student
And
is so nice.
she
Like,
sort of smiles and gestures, leaving her stuff behind, and goes out down the halls, up some stone staircase, up to a second hall, sort of second floor, and down to a wooden door to an office. She knocks on, and before long you hear a voice speaking Bulgarian from within, and the door She opens it and just, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
She gives a nod,
Okay.
kind of tilts her head, and walks by as the four of you enter into this office space, where you see bookcases lining the walls. You see a window looking down onto the streets of Sofia, snow still sort of pouring outside, and you see sitting at this large desk, a lot of papers and books in front of him, is this like gnome-like man, this short, wizened old man with a mane of white hair and a bushy white beard, eyes behind spectacles, as he looks up and you see him squint hard, looking up at you, and you hear him speak a word in Bulgarian.
Hi, do you speak English?
English, yes, a little bit. Yes, I can understand. You are American.
Yeah.
And English.
Yeah.
Yes, and English.
I'm June.
June. Chadenko, he may call me.
Nice to meet you. This is
Bert.
Susanna, Bert.
Lady Vera.
He goes around and shakes hand. To what do I owe the pleasure? You are coming to audit classes, or no?
No. We, the student that just brought us in here was kind enough to help us find a professor that spoke English in the library. And after talking to him, he suggested we come talk to you because we were hired by a museum in Belgrade to look into some art and historical artifacts, and it's led us to someone we know that used to work here, Dr. Todor Mativ, who we believe used to have your office, and
We know it's a bit of a sore subject. We are not interested in his, details about whatever happened. Only in his former possessions, something he might have had in his possession.
Something that he a personal item, or
A piece of art. I don't know if his collections or anything he had were passed down or donated, or there was some here, or if we might, be able to track anything down.
yeah, I guess we're curious to find out what happened to his possessions after he died.
well, if they were belonging to the university, then they would be kept in storage here. If it was a personal item of his own, then it was given to his family, I believe, or the survivors. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes. No, so sorry if this is a callous question, but were there any survivors?
Not in the immediate family, no. He was... no. If I do not know what exactly you are looking for. I do not know if it is here or if it is elsewhere. What is it that you are looking for? A piece of art that belongs to him?
Yes, a statue specifically. A piece of a statue.
He probably would have called it the Jujetsa idol.
That is in my care.
Oh.
Oh.
That is in my workroom. We keep storage there. It is a very successful hoax. Very interesting for that purpose. But if you are barking up that tree, that is unfortunately you have been hoodwinked.
Right.
Well,
It's not specifically for, its purposes. We don't necessarily believe it to be some great idol or anything other than its value as a very beautiful piece of art. You see, there's other pieces.
There's value to the hoax, there's value to the story, to the museum that we're working for. There's
a cautionary tale, as you might say.
Exactly.
Right.
That is an interesting perspective.
We have funds allocated from the museum from which we come from in order to purchase such art, and we could, list it as
Or to
a
exhibit
gift.
a hoax.
Not to exhibit as history, but to exhibit as art. You see, there are other pieces of this hoax, if you will, statue, and our art staff has, found it to be very of great artistic value, and an interesting, of an unknown origin. To find the artists that create, whether you believe the tales are not or true, which they are likely not, there is an artist that created the statue, and I think you would agree with me in that it is very beautifully sculpted. So to find that artist is something that we have a great stake in as our art purveyors.
It's interesting to them in the same way that you know, there's things in museums that the Greek and Roman stories,
Myths, right.
the myths, but we still love those statues and find them beautiful and appreciate the story. We don't actually think that Mount Olympus is a real place, but it's just of interest to collectors.
I see. Go ahead and make either persuade or a charm. With your full explanation, you can make it with a bonus die, Bert.
Fail.
Hard success.
Hard success. Okay.
Yeah, I think having the art story, it's helpful, honestly.
I know, it's almost like not a lie,
No.
you know?
Maybe it may be of use to have a study of this sort of art. We have not been able to put a date on it. We have not been able to. It is made of some irregular plastic of some sort.
And I know there's been sort of stories and research on it, and it's in our interest to disprove those and find out where it's really from.
Yes, I can. I will bring you to it. Perhaps an arrangement can be made between our university and your museum.
I think so. Well, I mean, we are the museum's representatives. Did they give us documents, purvey?
They did.
Kind of show him as proof.
See, he looks at it, he squints hard looking at it. Yes. Very good.
He's cute.
Yeah, he's cute.
Very good. Follow me. I have some time. I can show you the workaround.
Cannot be this easy.
I know.
As he
Thank you so much.
stands up.
Here's your last piece.
As he stands up, as you all stand up from the desk to go, he leads you towards the door, and you
There
walk
is a
towards the
monster
door.
inside of him, maybe.
You walk towards the
Can
door.
I make a little psycho check on him?
Yeah, go for it.
Just kind of, when I give him the paper, look at the papers, and he squints at it. Give a little look-see into his eyes. That's a success.
Success. He looks to be. He seems to be assessing you in a sort of academic way. He seems to have been swayed by you, and he seems to genuinely be interested in this sort of deal. He looks like he's in pain a little bit, but he's walking ahead of you as he's sort of squinting and rubbing his temples as he walks in front of you. As you walk ahead, June, you see the door ahead of you, and you see a mountain road stretching ahead, gravel, negotiating it sometimes at high speeds, a mountain range with a distinctive outline ahead of you, and village approaching up in the mountains, a prosperous looking village out the windows as you zoom through the streets before feeling your hand on the door ahead of you as you walk out into the hallway. And you're led. The four of you are led down the hall and make your way to another staircase, this one being a narrow, winding stone staircase that eventually leads up to a higher floor, less of a sort of bustle up here. It's quiet, and there's a wide corridor lined with suits of armor just staring out towards you. As you walk between them, you head towards heavy double doors, wooden doors at the end of the hallway. We're gonna go to a blind crossroads.
I have Jordan's notebook here I've been taking notes in, and similar to your TikTok today, there are some great little notes in here. There's one that says Crab Rangoons, Garfield's comeback.
Those are part of the same.
Another thing. And then Chef's Kiss, skin knife.
Skin knife, chef's kiss, skin knife.
Skin
Got a
knife is
blind
definitely I
crossroads up
understand.
You got.
But Crab Rangoons?
And Garfield's comeback. It's like that doesn't have to do with the story.
No.
But that was just a little thought that Jordan had.
Yeah.
Make Crab Rangoons.
Crab Rangoons was probably.
It's written like so cute too. And then the next page is
Yeah, he takes cute notes. Crab Rangoons is probably just him writing down a part of like something we ate that he liked.
yeah, brainstorming. Mm-hmm. We gotta have a little din party soon, I think.
Yeah.
Do a little cooking.
All right, the crossroads is done. Go and spam the chat if you're there in the chats.
Spoopity spappity. Spoopity spamalot.
Spimity spam.
Spamolini bucatini.
Great.
I mean, something horrible's coming.
Well,
He's not gonna we're not gonna walk into the storage room and
As
just
you
be
walk
like,
past, your eyes sort of glance to the sides at the helmets, the visors of these
I'm on
knights
alert.
in armor, sort of, as you sort of perk your ears up, listening for anything you can, looking around at the sort of artifacts around you, walking down the hall, going to the storage room, this workroom for the faculty here, private from the students, as you approach it, and he puts his hands on the doorknob. It's in that moment that you hear and you
don't
see
look at me.
you see Chidenko freeze the door. You see him negotiate in his mind whether or not to make a joke about it or to trust his inclination of thinking that you didn't hear it and he can get away with
I
it.
pretend I heard
like
nothing.
what happens, monster or fart?
I hope so.
Oh my god.
Hear that
I
sound
heard
sort of
nothing.
echo behind you down the hallway. He pauses for a moment, sort of waits. Hear him swallow. And you see him make the decision to just charge forward.
Respect.
Could have been anybody.
Respect.
He
Looks around.
Oh, chin.
as he
Cutie. Until he's got
opens
a
up the
demon in
double
him.
door, leading you both forward into this workroom, this spacious space with a lot of different tables and different things. Some sort of old clothing hanging off to the side, all these different sort of things. There's windows on the far ends opposite from you, and a sort of space, a little corridor going through this room, and different things kept in crates, different things that are out on tables, things that are under glass, and it's in that moment that you see the chaos in here, as you see scattered across the floor, glittering fragments of glass. Amidst the glass, lying the dead or unconscious bodies of 3 men lying on the floor in front of you, one of whom does not have a head. His body still spurting blood across the room like a twitching, fleshy fountain, and the others severely bludgeons. I'm gonna need both of you to make sanity rolls right now.
A
in
fleshy
this moment.
fountain. That's a good one.
Success, thank God.
Yeah, I got a 1.
Nice.
Success.
Someone beat us here.
It's a success for Susanna. Go and roll for Vera.
Extreme success.
Extreme success. None of you lose any sanity. As in this moment, Chidenko lets loose a scream looking at this. You see him clutch his hands to his head as you see him go pale, and you see him seem to faint and boom, hit the ground as you look ahead and you see these 3 bodies in front of you, and you look up from them, your eyes panning up to see at the window. The windows open, and you see men coming out of the window, or rather escaping through the window, and you see them wearing dark clothing, dark coats, and you see them wearing cowls of tanned skin around their neck and masks entirely made of tanned skin over their heads. In this moment, you know what kind of skin that is that they are wearing around their faces and their heads, concealing their features from you as they turn back, and you see eyes looking out at you through the eye holes of this human skin mask looking back at you. And as you look, a rope is tied to the window going down to the parking lot below. You see a couple men slide out of the window, and you see 2 of the men turn and draw their weapons towards you. As in this moment, we're going to pick up here next time.
Oh my god. We have to get that head.
No, the head's ours!
We've worked really hard for that.
I think you gotta run out, get out of here, and go catch them there.
I know, I think maybe... Anyway.
Why don't we do, just to finish this, one more crossroads.
It's gonna be a game wreck.
And that crossroads is, yeah. Where should we go? Isabel's book nook or Macy's game frame? Vote Isabel or vote Macy?
Oh,
Thanks, guys, for tuning in tonight. It's been a pleasure.
Love y'all.
Big love to all of you.
I don't know if we've explained this, but this is I love you in the PDKU verse.
I love you. Because Jordan did this for real, trying to do a heart.
After a particularly
Love you
long
guys.
session when we were leaving at like midnight, Jordan was like, all right, love you guys.
Our brains are okay. It looks like we're getting a video game wreck. We'll do another crossroads for the kind of video game wreck that we're gonna get. But it is looking that way. We'll give it a few more seconds here.
Thank y'all for hanging out.
Thanks for hanging. It's these little cozy 2 players have been so lovely.
I know, they really have been.
It's been
And I
fun
love
getting the little dynamics.
I know, I agree. I used to be psyched out by sitting in this seat if it ever happened because, I just was.
Yeah.
But I've been loving it.
No, I love
I like it too. I've been enjoying setting it up too. Like it's a fun little
I look
thing to learn.
sometimes because like it also makes me feel a little less scared. I'm like, you guys are here with us, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I feel like when Jack and Carson were doing it, it was just us be kind of like smiling silently as they're like panicking. We're like, we have no idea what you're doing. Another crossroads we're gonna have. Macy, what would you suggest if I wanted 1, game you have played multiple times, vote multiple, or 2, game that feels like it captures everything you love about games, vote love.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Eric's been reading Tomorrow.
I just started it. Have you read it?
Yeah.
It's so great.
Well, I made him read out loud to me the first 2 chapters.
I have read the first 2 chapters aloud to Isabel, though you have read it before.
Well, I love hearing it.
I'm thinking about a game that captures everything that I like about gaming.
I know that's a tall order.
No, I'll get there. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
I want to read more tonight.
Read more. You want the continued radio play? It's really great. Hey, let's book club it. Anyone out there who wants to read Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin? Yeah, I think I process it better if I'm looking at the words. I'll be honest.
Got
Well,
it.
you can read to me.
You got it?
Easy.
Wait,
Incredible.
what did it end up being?
Macy, what would you suggest if I wanted a game that feels like it captures everything you love about games? We're gonna put 60 seconds on the clock here.
Is it a video game or can be any game?
It can be any game.
Okay, well, it's a video game.
And your minute begins now.
I got you. You put the iPhone down.
Absolutely.
The game that I would recommend to you, if you walked up to me and said, Macy, I'm looking for a game that encapsulates everything you love about a video game, I would grab your shoulders and I would say, you need to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Wow.
There's exploration.
Wow.
There's good combat. There's an interesting story. There is the option to play as a female heroine. There is mythical elements. There are really fun outfit customization. That's really important to me playing a game. And you can
20
go
seconds.
swimming. You can basically go out into the ocean. You can be a bird. You can be Cassandra or Helios. Be Cassandra
That's
though.
interesting to me.
Yeah, maybe we should play it.
You should play. You can play
5 seconds.
I don't like
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That's it. Love ya.
There we go. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. You and Carson. Carson also, I think maybe like that might be his favorite
I'm going crazy.
game. Oh my god. The horror of the battle map screen.
Is it a shooter? It's a shooter?
No, it's a sworder.
A
Because it's in ancient Greece.
Because it's an ancient.
You're in like ancient
that too.
Athens
I
and
also
Sparta.
love the historical. Like it really is.
It has like a ton of like real history
Yes.
in it.
Yeah,
Yes.
try that.
Add that
I
to my
really
list.
can't do shooters. Like,
It's not shooters, no guns.
Yeah.
You have a bow and arrow if you want it. It's mostly
Sounds
sword,
much better to me.
kick, punch.
Yeah.
We should try it. What I've heard about the game is that you play for like 12 hours and then it shows
then it's
you
like-
like title screen and you're like,
Absolutely.
what?
You
like,
don't get the
it's like
title screen
200
until
hours
you like
long.
leave the first island. Spoiler, like you see the first island and you're like, well, here's my map for the game, and it's like, no, that's your training island.
Jesus
You can also
Christ.
pilot ships and like do ship battles. It's just really good game mechanics, really good storytelling.
Feels like you're gonna really live in it.
You can really like careful by the way. You can really live in it.
Yeah.
During the pandemic or during like quarantine lockdown, trust that I was waking up, getting stoned and going to Greece. Like, and I was like,
1000%.
all
So,
right.
like the bird flying thing, I would be like impatient to get to that. I think where I'm just like, I want to
Yeah.
fly around Greece.
It happens pretty soon. Like
Oh,
it's
that's cool.
kind of your
So I want to see like the Colossus of Rhodes.
Yar,
and,
and you
stuff.
can fly forever. By the way, like it's just like a really crazy game. Like it's
Yeah.
huge.
People
You can have a bear
are obsessed.
companion.
Oh,
I
our dog
love
is
a
named
companion.
Bear.
I have a bear companion.
Yep.
It's a great
We-
game. That's my honest answer.
Wow. Big thanks, Macy. And
You're
big
welcome.
thanks, Isabel. You want to give us one more book recommendation just off the top of the dome?
Off the top of the dome, well, I feel like we kind of did it with tomorrow.
That's true, yeah.
We're just gonna
Read
stick
tomorrow,
with that, which
tomorrow.
I think everybody's read at this point in our little group, and Eric is currently
So good.
I'm
reading.
getting in there.
It's just, I'm not a big video game girl, and reading it made me be like, well, I should be playing video games.
Yeah.
It's just very beautiful about gaming. And
I've got one other thing to say.
community.
If you're still here, first of all,
Big
first of all,
you're
I
a
know
real
you're
one.
here for just kind of the rantingness.
Yeah.
But we've been talking about like expanding PDKU vibes to do more like video game stuff. Like have other kind of sectors of nerddom that we do as well as just live stream. And one of the ideas is like nerd book club.
Yeah, would love
Let's
that.
think about
Book
that.
I
Like
love
if
that.
we did like
Hey, you
we're
guys are reading Name of the Wind.
Yeah. Well, we're done with Name of the Wind.
You're done with Name of the Wind.
I am
I'm
also done
excited
with
to
Name
hear your thoughts on it.
I saw Jack's copy when I was in his room looking for Cheez-Its actually, and he's not done with it.
Yeah, I figure he's like halfway done, maybe.
like barely, yeah.
They're
He fell
cute.
behind.
But wouldn't
he
that
fell
be
behind.
fun if we like picked a book and it was like
I would love that.
next week we're live streaming like and we're gonna do like
Yeah, we can have little
about these
Discord
chapters.
things.
I love that.
Like that's
I
fun.
love that.
I like
just
that.
something to noodle on.
You'll find out just how
Book
fast Isabel reads.
Rex. My
She reads
like
a book
favorite
in one
books
day.
in general are like the Neapolitan novels, the Elena Ferrante books. which
You
I think are
love
the best.
a really good highfalutin novel, I feel.
That's not even that highfalutin. That's like a pretty intensely popular novel. I
Sure.
would say.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
But like it's just so. I love like a really like immersive, full world, lifetime spanning,
Yeah.
like historical fiction
I think
et cetera.
Tomorrow might be the first non-genre fiction book I've read in I can't remember.
I know. I'm always
I can't
trying to get
remember
you
how
to
long.
read fiction books.
Yeah.
Goo
Anyways.
is a fellow Name of the Wind fan.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yoel says, as a library employee, I fully support nerd books.
Yeah, library
Yes.
employee. Let's
Love
go.
it. Megan says
Nothing
that
better.
sounds fun.
I'm sure we've said this before, but Isabel's sister is getting her master's in library science.
Yeah, she's a big
We love
librarian.
libraries.
Yeah.
She's a big, yes. What was that movie we watched?
Party Girl?
Party Girl.
Yeah, Party Girl
So
is for
good.
the
I love that
librarians
movie.
out there. Watch Party Girl. You will? Watch Party
the
Girl.
90s
Parker
movie
Posey.
with Parker Posey.
We don't.
She's becoming a librarian.
There's some parts of it that don't
we
hold
don't
that
endorse.
they
All
didn't
right,
age
just
well and they probably
boundaries.
weren't good at the time. But overall, great stuff. And with that, so many recommendations tonight. Love you
Y'all,
guys.
thanks for hanging around for chat sesh.
Big love.
Love you.
We'll see you next
See you
time.
next time.
Bye. Why?
Yeah.